I think we live. You think it's 3?
Yeah, because you got the first one where they introduced him.
That was the Avengers when they I mean,
Oh,
Captain America
how many movies he's in?
No, just
Just his own
movie.
His
Because
own
he got introduced in Civil War.
Yeah, I mean,
What's up, everybody? I think we live.
His own.
Yeah.
I'm talking about. I was just talking about like solo movie.
Yeah. So that's what we mean. Solo movies. Yeah. That's what we mean.
So the one where he by himself.
That's the one with he fighting the Vulture. That's the first one.
Correct.
Yeah.
Then he got the second one where they went to Paris.
And that's Mysterio?
Yeah, that's Mysterio.
Oh, so it's only.
And then the third one that just came out.
Yeah. No. So the third one is the Doctor Strange one.
Multiverse of Madness?
Yeah. No. It's Far From Home. That's where the 3 Spider-Mans come together.
Oh, so it's 4.
Because the new one is 4.
Yeah, so it's 4.
4 of them. So okay.
I don't know how I forgot that one.
Yeah, okay. I was making sure I wasn't tripping. I'm like, is it 3 or 4? I always get confused with the cameo.
I also didn't realize that how much
it's 4.
that I actually did
Homecoming, Far From Home, No Way Home, and Brand New Day.
Like, at first, I started thinking like, I don't think I remember seeing part 3 or whatever of Toby. And as I'm watching, I'm like, hold on, I have some confidence in myself. Hold on, I've seen this shit.
Yeah. Nah, cause that's the one with James Franco.
Yeah.
As the I guess he was the he was technically supposed to be the Hobgoblin.
Something.
Yeah, because after the Green Goblin, it's the Hobgoblin. That's the son, Harry Osborn.
Yeah. But it's funny though, cause
and what's the one they supposed to be trying to make Ned into?
He would have to be the Hobgoblin, because the Green Goblin is Osborn.
What's the orange? Because it's an orange, the one that wears an orange suit.
Yeah, that's the son. It's supposed to be.
That's
Harry.
the Hobgoblin.
It's supposed to be his best friend. Harry is supposed to be his best, but ain't no Harry. Ain't no Osborns.
But it was funny because as we was watching it, when we get to part 3, it was just funny that Chanel brought up the point. She's like, "What's up with all these dudes? How all the villains became the villains in the movie? Like they rode to becoming the villain in the movie. It was just like hilarious how bro just stumbled upon the sandpit."
He got the wildest one. The Sandman is crazy. Because technically, at the end of the day, he was the most confusing, because he wasn't even sure if he was a bad guy.
Right.
Yeah. But his storyline was wow. How they brought it back around to part 1.
Okay.
How he was he had something to do with with Uncle Ben.
I'm not gonna lie.
That was hyphy.
I felt the way though.
Yeah. No.
No. I'm not gonna lie. I felt the way. Not because of that. Because I felt like I asked Chanel. We had to have a conversation because I'm like, bro, did we get played? And I'm like, are they forcing this right now, or am I tripping? Like, cause in my mind, I'm like, did they just randomly write this in, or was this the plan? Like, did they? Because I asked Chanel, I'm like, because at first I thought they was making it seem like he did it, and they just switched the story up, right? And then Chanel was like, no, there's parts of it that they're making it seem like we didn't see, so they're showing the whole picture, right? Because I'm like, hold on, bro. So I had to rewatch some shit just to kind of make sure I wasn't tripping. Because I made sure it wasn't like a dark skin to a light skin Vivian type shit. You know what I'm saying? I thought they switched the storyline. It was just like, let's just fit the Sandman in here. You know what I'm saying? And then say that it was really him that killed Uncle Ben. Because I was like, hold on, bro. But then I had to rewatch it and do some thinking. I was like, all right, they didn't show the whole thing. They was working together and shit. It was just weird. Yeah. At first, I just felt.
I appreciated the older I got, because I was like, this is crazy. Why y'all don't mess with the Uncle Ben storyline? It was perfect.
I thought they was messing with the Uncle. Yeah, I thought that's what they was
doing. Already perfect.
That was weird. But I was like, all right, I get it. Whatever.
We got J. Delgado in the house.
In the building.
Tony Stark Stacks.
Cracking y'all.
Bryce Wayne, we back at it again. Took a little break last week, but we are back.
In the building with a
we kind of got a heavy show. We might have to get straight into it, but we're gonna be covering the Lanterns episode 1 and 2. It's pretty trendy right now. I'm interested to see how you guys feel. Actually was able to go see the new Insidious movie. I believe it's chapter 6. I'm not even sure right now.
Crazy.
And I got to check out the end of Oak Street last week or 2 weeks ago. And I kind of want to give my 2 cents on that. But we got a bunch of stuff that Stacks that came up with that we're going to probably try to fit into here. But y'all
2
know
weeks worth.
Yeah, for sure.
It's been some time.
Actually,
and I took some stuff off.
There's
that
so
was like a
much shit, bro.
consolidated list because that's what I do every time something come up. I put it in my notes, and then so it just compiles. And then when Wednesday come, I'm like, all right, nah, we ain't really gotta do that. But it's like we missed a whole week, so it's like
depending on like how you place it though, we might end up having times. Usually that's why I'd be like, what else you had on there? Like sometimes we'll be able to get to a lot of it, but every now and then we'll be too deep into these conversations. But y'all know the deal. Make sure y'all let everybody know we live. And if y'all ever got any questions, make sure you hit me up on my email, yfjbryce5@gmail.com. Or you can reach out to us, either of us, on our Instagram @_RealSquad, on TikTok and Instagram. Yeah. So real quick week check. How y'all doing? Cool? Y'all straight?
Yeah, man. I had a moment over the weekend, man. I meant to tell niggas, man. My nephew, I went to his first football game, and that was like crazy to me, bro.
Oh,
like
wow.
going there, like that shit felt like weird, bro. Like it was like a rush. I was almost nervous, like, you know what I'm saying, pulling up, because I don't know, you know what I'm saying? It's different.
Like you getting back out there almost.
Yeah,
getting those butterflies.
But it's like you start thinking about like the safety to him wanting to, you know, do good and all this stuff, have fun, you know what I mean? But it was just all of my emotions in one. It was just crazy just seeing it and then just finally being like, all right. And, you know, he a kid, so, you know, obviously he playing a position that if he continues to play, he'll never play, you know what I'm saying? They got him playing. He started off at left tackle on the O-line, and then he ended up at right tackle in the fourth quarter, you know what I'm saying? He got a little PT, you know what I'm saying? So it was just one of those, like.
What grade is this? It's like Dynamite?
It's 8U. Yeah.
Okay.
And his team is crazy, bro. I'm watching the team, bro. They going pre-snap motions, bro. Like the other team, they running just dive right, dive left type shit, right? It's just straight. The other ones, they doing motions into the handoff, into the hike, into the snap and shit. I'm like, hold on, bro. Defense, the other team couldn't get yards, bro. I'm sitting here like, hold on. I think he might have just stumbled upon
a great team,
a clean ass team, bro. Like he played this team named the Falcons, bro. And I promise you, there was a couple drives, bro, where the team all they doing is running the ball. They was just losing yards, bro, the whole drive. And then they were just, all right, fourth down, all right, cool, you don't get it, lose 3 yards, all right, cool, we shifting it. It got to the point to where they got up so much that in the fourth quarter they actually started to throw the ball. Like it was like to the point where I seen a quarterback throw a pass. I'm like, oh shit, because the whole time they running, bro. So
they clearly
blasted
them.
It was crazy, bro.
Yeah. You got to say it. And they got blasted.
And this is his first time doing any of this at all. You know, apparently,
he a hooper, right?
Yeah, he be hooping. So and then apparently he was missing half the practices because he had basketball practice. So I knew his playing time wasn't going to be much. I just wanted to see him get in and get, you know, just touch some grass. You know what I'm saying? So he started at left tackle for like 2 drives. He was kind of like wandering around, couldn't find nobody to block type shit, you know what I'm saying, kid. So I was like, all right, they took him out. And then they put him back in the fourth quarter when they was up. And, bruh, he was doing way better. It was almost like somebody talked to him, bruh. Like, I'm sitting here like, bruh, in my mind, just imagining what I could tell him right now in the moment. But I'm so far away.
You got to get in there.
Yeah.
You got to
like,
make them phone.
And he's playing the position I played. That's why I'm like, this is hilarious, bruh.
You got to do something.
One thing that I'm going to say at the very end of this, the proud moment was that they brought him back in. He's at right tackle. They score, right side, whatever, right? I'm recording it. I'm not even peeping it. I go home just to watch it one more time, bro. He down blocks the end, bro. Outside shoulder, bro. Blocks him down. The 3 blockers come leading up that hole, bro. Everybody gets a man. Running back scores, bro. And I'm sitting here like, bro, for like 30 minutes just running it back, bro. Seeing, I'm like, hell yeah. I'm sitting there, bro.
Okay, you got the footage.
Yeah, a little edit clip. I'm sitting there sending it to everybody. Like, look at this. It was.
Are you gonna have to show us at the end of the podcast?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to show y'all, but it was just crazy to see, bro. That was like my little
shout out.
Yeah, bro, that was crazy, bro.
That's what's up.
Yeah,
especially like you said, the same position. So
yeah.
Whenever you get a chance, man, get in there, man.
Yeah, and I talked to him afterwards.
Okay.
I did talk to him afterwards. So
about to be back coaching.
Yeah, that'll be dope. You should. Hey, you got the knowledge. I wouldn't be mad.
At least condition with him.
Yeah, but I'm not gonna lie though.
He get to take home his pads and stuff in his helmet.
Yeah, but
oh yeah, come on.
But yeah.
Oh man.
Yeah, once I
great.
That's what I was saying. I was like, once I get my hands on him, it's all good. You know what I'm saying? But I don't want to give him too much, cause I mean, come on, man. The O-line is a special position. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not gonna lie, he might end up because he gonna get tall. So if he does play ball, he might end up being like a fucking tight end or DN or something like that with that has height. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, I ain't gonna give him too much with the O-line because I know they're gonna have him playing different positions if he picks up other shit. I saw a clip of him trying to tackle. You know what I'm saying? Shit like that. So I'm like, if he does,
he might be able to throw the ball. You never know, man.
You never know, but we'll see. But apparently, hoop is his shit though.
But you teaching him that line, it might help him understand the whole field more as a whole. Like if he does become a tight end or he does become like a quarterback or a wide receiver, like or even a fullback or a running back, like
that's dope.
You know what I'm saying? Because he gonna see certain shifts and he gonna start noticing, well, he twitched this way or his stance is like this. Okay, bet. You know what I mean? So that might actually help him in the long run, though.
All right.
Hey man,
what's up?
That's why I'm like, well,
nice little weekend now.
Yeah, that was crazy. I'm over here ready because the game was at 9:30 in Fairfield, so I'm sitting there like I gotta get up. You know what I'm saying? We gotta drive all the way out there. You know what I'm saying? And going out there, I'm like, now I'm ready for the next one. I'm hella glad I made the trip.
So it's pretty much every weekend from here on out.
Yeah, but the next one I think is in Pittsburgh, so I don't know, but you know,
shit. That's closer than Fairfield.
Yeah, but still, you know. I get my mind right. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure.
Those could be cool little drives. You know what I'm saying?
But I know one of them is out. It's in Berkeley.
So they playing. So is the Dynamite still a thing? Do they ever? Are they?
I mean, I'm pretty.
Dynamite's still a thing.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure, but it's a different league.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I wonder if they're gonna play in Berkeley.
Is their team actually like the logo is actually like the Atlanta Falcons?
Yeah,
so they might play in that same league. Like they have a team in Pittsburgh. They're the Steelers.
Oh, okay.
So it might be that league that
they got the actual names.
They got the actual names of certain teams and stuff.
It's weird because they got like weird names. I don't even think it's the Steelers. It's like it's something else. It's something else. But
that be tripping me out sometimes. You have them wild ass names.
Yeah.
All right. Before we get into like, I think.
Hold on.
What's up?
How was it moving Lil J in?
Oh yeah,
that's a big accomplishment for you and him, bro. You got one and took him all the way to college, bro. You can't just skip over that.
For real.
It was a surreal moment. My son has entered into his university, his college. He's in college now. I went to go move him in to his dorm or whatever. It was I guess it's strange having like the oldest kid out of all the homies, and then being able to have like conversations with him like I'm talking to like one of y'all. Yeah. And I think it happened. It was so natural, like going to go do that with him, and to the point I don't forget that he's my kid, but it's just so easy to talk to him. And so I kind of find myself like, I'm not like my dad, but I'm trying to be a dad as far as having these conversations about expectation and like, hey, you step into waters I've never traveled, so you're gonna have to tell me how it is versus me like giving you advice on what to do. I've never been here. You know what I'm saying? This is a trophy that I ain't never accomplished. You about to be the first one, and you got a lot of eyes on you. That's as far as I can take it as far as like knowledge I can give them. You know, I can give them the typical knowledge. Hey, make you study hard. You know, do this. But I mean, he's such a good kid. Like it wasn't super necessary versus like me getting to the school and kind of seeing the kids he about to be around. That's where I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna for sure have to talk to you about this.
I mean, I'll let you right fast.
So it's a predominantly white area, predominantly white school, and his roommate is white. You know what I'm saying? So you know, it's like, you know, hey, like I said, he is so easygoing. He's way better at me than at communicating, like going out there, being out there, especially him being like, he was the only child for so long. So I guess it's easy for him to like mingle. You know what I'm saying? So he already hella cool with hella people. I'm like, dude, that's
how was his friend group in high school? Like, you know what I'm saying? He had a lot of white friends too, or
yeah, majority mostly, but you know, he had some black friends here and there. But like I said, he was already being raised in a predominantly white area too. So, but Jay can mingle with the best of them because his cousin's super hood. So when I went out there for his graduation, that whole side came and like they dipping off. I'm like, oh, okay, I know what they about to go do.
Yeah.
But I'm like, but it's clean seeing him to transfer from his friends to hang out with his cousins. So like I said, he got the best of both worlds as far as mingling. But I'm trying to tell him like, look, you are a great people person, but you know, kind of feel it out. You know what I'm saying?
Choose.
Yeah. Like not even pick and choose, but like be friendly. Yeah, exactly. I'm like, if you gonna be drinking, like don't get to the point you're gonna have somebody look after you. Cause that you ain't nobody here like that that's gonna really look after you like that. You don't know nobody here. You know what I'm saying? You ain't nobody from your school came with you. You 4 hours away from the house. You gonna have to have fun, but lock in, dude. Like, you know what I'm saying? This is a difference, you know, out there. You know what I mean? You're not gonna have the same leniency as the next person. He already experienced that.
But so he understands that.
He understands it. He had firsthand experience of you getting in more trouble over him, even though you had nothing to do with it. Versus like you immediately get blamed for this person get blamed, and that person is the actual one that did it.
Yeah.
But you getting questioned down now. So I'm like, you opened the door for that because you know you being around these people, it's just gonna happen. So that was my main concern.
That's big too, because there's some kids that grow up in a predominantly white place and they're delusional to racism, or like they were like, "What are you talking about?"
Discrimination.
Discrimination. Like, what do you mean? It's all like, because I did wrong. What do you? You know what I mean? Or they don't want to admit it. You know what I'm saying?
So I'm glad that he got first-hand experience of what it's like to be in that position. I'm like, see, I'm like, I'm almost glad this happened to you. It's unfortunately, but now you get to see like this is the world we live in. You about to be out of high school now, so it's gonna be way worse.
Yep.
So I'm like, just understand that your color makes a difference. So you got to, like I said, I told him you got to lock in, have fun, lock in. And I remember they did like the rip the Band-Aid off thing. So when you get to the college, they have like an area for the parents. They want the kids to kind of go off to like their groups and like kind of start their tour. But right before their tour starts, you can kind of be like, oh, say your goodbyes or whatever. And we did that. His mom, way too understandable. She's way too emotional though. I'm like, you gotta tame it. You know what I'm saying? Because this is it should be proud. You don't gotta be ODing. She out there ODing.
It's tough, man.
Yeah, I know it is.
It's tough.
But it's a proud moment. You gotta be. This is juice.
Some people cry in proud moments, bro.
But she was being like, I can get tears of pride. I mean, of proudness. But she was like, we're not at her funeral. You know what I'm saying?
She was getting hysterical.
Yeah, I'm like, bro, chill. I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna walk him. You stay here. I can't go. I'm like, no, I gotta talk to him. I'm like, let me talk to him because this is, like I said, this is a little bit too much. And Justin, he's so happy to be there, bro. Like I don't want to say he over it, but he like, bro, it's low key free. You know what I'm saying? Because like I said, he had a lot going on. You know what I mean? But I ended up walking him or whatever, and like I said, I'm seeing the environment. He not noticing it. I'm noticing the ratio to girls to dudes. I'm like, bruh, it's hella females here. I'm like, all right, so, but I didn't bring it up. I'm not making a big deal. I made sure he brought his video game. So I'm like, you can be in the dorm playing the game. You don't gotta worry about partying, or you know what I'm saying. He wasn't even trying to bring it. The first night, bro. Now I stayed the night so I can hang out with him one more day before I fly back. I know that I got his location. I'm like, you're supposed to be back in the dorm or your room at 11. I'm like, oh, okay. And so, mind you,
where he at?
He ended up hitting his mom. And his mom hit me. It was like, oh, Justin out at a party. He told me to tell you. I'm like, why he didn't tell me? He was like, I think he drinking. I'm like, all right, that's cool, but like, I don't want him to be afraid not to call me or something like that or whatever. I'm like, let me tap in with him.
That just means he respects you though.
That's true, but at the same time, I need him to like be comfortable telling me these things. Right. So I'm like, be careful, have fun, be safe, be responsible, and let me know when you make it back. And he ended up calling me like, Dad. I'm like, what's up? I'm at this frat party. I'm like, you at a frat party? He was like, yeah, it's a lot of upperclassmen here, but you was right, man. I might have to take that trip to Walgreens. I'm like, for condoms. I'm like, bro, chill. Oh, no. Chill out. I'm like, just chill out, bro. I got you, but
you don't stop a man in a buffet line.
I'm like,
that's right, cuz. That's right, little
first night.
I'm like, chill out. The first night,
Plotting.
I'm like, he didn't get back to like 1 or 2 in the morning. I'm like, bro,
that ain't too bad.
It's not too bad, but I'm like, I'm not gonna worry. Like I said, I'm pretty sure he's straight. And then, like I said, I've been talking to him more since he's been there, like every other day, or I text him, he'll call me. And I think the last time I called him, he was with his friends. He was like, "Oh, some of my homies want to holler at you." I'm like, "All right, that's what's up. All right, what's up?" And I'm like, "Hey, make sure y'all watch each other back." It was like 3 different dudes that hopped on the phone. Hey, what's up, Mr. Bryce? What's up, Mr. I'm like, yeah, it's cool. I mean, make sure y'all watch each other back. Buddy system. I don't know what race these people are, right?
You couldn't tell by the voice?
Right.
No.
I bet they all sound the fucking same.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. So
hey,
I'm
Mr.
like,
Bryce.
yeah, so I'm like, I can't
Yes,
say
sir.
it.
Yes,
Like I
sir.
said, he in front of his boys. So like the next day I called. I'm like, hey, who you with? He's like, I'm waiting for my boys right now. I'm chilling in the mess hall. I'm like, am I on speaker? He's like, no, you're on my ear. I'm like, who I spoke to? Were they all white? He's like, no, 2 of them was black. I'm like, oh, okay, cool. Just make sure you always got at least one with you. You know what I'm saying? At least
For
one.
real.
He was like, yeah, I know that. Trust me. Me and the friends that I met that are black, their parents gave them the same conversation. I'm like, all right, cool. All right, well, that's what's up.
Especially after the
Nolan
Wells shit.
Exactly.
Man, now it's I was about to say it's so much shit.
But just with the biggest shit recently, that's everybody on there, especially parents.
This is a good transition because I kind of wanted to bring this up before we got into any of the topics. But the Nolan Wells thing we haven't really talked about, but we're privy to. I honestly personally been waiting to see if any more like good evidence comes out as far as what's been happening with him. But have y'all been like hearing about all these hangings in the South?
Mm-mm.
It's been like 4 or 5, bro, within the last month of black people being hung.
Yep.
And like I think 3 of them, they're trying to say it was a suicide. One of them that they try to say was a suicide. Dude, legs was broke.
Where in the
So
South?
I think one Mississippi, Miami, but in those general areas, it's all South. It ain't nowhere other than the South that is happening.
But it's nowhere like in the same like you know what I
like
mean?
not like same town,
But just all just in the South.
It's in the South. But like I said, obviously all black people, women, kids, dudes, no discrimination as far as age and gender. But it's getting more. Nolan Wells is getting blasted, right? Like this is like the biggest news as far as the deaths in the community, as far as the black community. But the fact that none of the hangings, like you didn't know,
right?
But this is fresh.
Right.
You can go on TikTok right now,
it's crazy.
and as soon as you just happen to watch one video or you type it in, your algorithm gonna be full of everybody else. Like, oh wait, this person too. And it start getting weird. I'm like, whoa, but it don't get no news coverage. Only people that's talking about it is influencers.
But you know, it's funny because I speaking of which, as far as like. You know, I work in San Ramon, you know what I'm saying? So there's not a whole bunch of color. There is some, you know what I'm saying? But
Frank said 8 total this year.
That's crazy. But like there's this other
That's basically one if you break that down, that's one a month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
That's ridiculous.
That's crazy. But no, there's this the only black lady that's in my office. There's another one in another office, but the only one in there, she just randomly happened to turn around and was just like, "Have you been keeping up with the Nolan Wells thing?" Like, you know what I'm saying? Just randomly to me, I'm just like, oh, you know, lightweight, this and that. We having a conversation, and it popped up that in my mind to like, you know what though, it hasn't been attacking my algorithm like it usually would. You know what I'm saying? And I have looked up shit, but it just hasn't like, you know what I mean? It just hasn't really hit. Like I don't know. And it's like the only time I ever see anybody talking about it when it pops up in my algorithm is when academics is talking about it. But like, so any other thing, it has to be articles that somebody sends me, or I have to go out my way to actually look it up. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, even with you saying that's not really being talked about, I feel like Nolan Wells is being talked about, but it's not really being like pushed hella hard.
No, it's not.
Like anything else, you know what I'm saying? Because I feel like for me, it's not really like, I don't know. I feel like AD and Dean is popping up more.
They're trying to cancel Miss Rachel because of that. Because she
spoke on it too.
Because she took her stance on like the Nolan Wells thing. Like they're legit trying to cancel her, but
it's not as much.
You're not gonna be able to because every kid, there's not one kid that don't like Miss Rachel. So good luck trying to cancel her. But she knows how big of a platform she has. So she was like, well, that's why I'm about
that was dope that she did that.
She did. She was like, their family deserves justice. Like that, something is not right. I'm talking about broke it down. But like you said, it's for like, it's almost like they are trying to mute it. You know what I'm saying? Like
I follow a lot of like black creators on TikTok, so that might be a reason why, especially like podcast type people too. That I see, and that just mostly on TikTok. Honestly, to keep it real with you, not so much on Instagram. But I'm seeing it. I saw it more last month versus this month because, mind you, like I said, I wasn't trying to talk about it until a lot of more information came out. It was more information coming out last month versus now, because it's radio silent right now. We haven't heard any new things other than like those boys having interviews, which is like saying the same thing, talking in circles. You know what I'm saying? No arrest, no nothing, no like the investigation is ongoing, but that at least that is getting some, because I did see news clips.
So, but
versus the hangings, there's no clips of there. I haven't seen any news coverage of these people being hung. But only people that's been talking about it on social media.
I think it makes sense because you follow them, so that's why it pops up. But I more so mean like when Drake and Kendrick was beefing, if you didn't follow, if that wasn't in your algorithm, it was gonna attack your algorithm because that's what's going on right now. You know what I'm saying?
I got you.
And that's what everybody's talking about. Even though you may not be seeking it, everybody's talking about it, so it's gonna creep in your algorithm. It has to. You know what I'm saying? That's why a lot of times with like new music, I don't really seek it a lot. Sometimes I'll just wait until it just come hit me in the face, because it's like if it's the inevitable, it's gonna pop up, and if it's good and it's trendy, it's gonna pop up for certain shit, right? But it feels like with that, unless like you're actively following somebody, you know what I'm saying, or maybe you know got notifications on and shit like that. I might
be following this person, but it's gonna show me somebody I don't follow also that I'm just talking about it.
Which makes me think I should be doing more following. You know what I'm saying? Because it's like I come across the same pages. Like how algorithms work, you come across the same page, you still haven't even gave a follow, but you always see that same page popping up until you end up following or whatever, right?
When once you follow, it would be like, oh, you like this type of content,
right?
Versus okay.
So that's why it's like, I don't know, like it just feels like that's not being talked about enough, and then that's not being talked about at all, like, you know what I'm saying? So it's interesting,
scary,
man.
bro. Like I said, the last dude I think the last dude that got hung, 38.
Shit.
I'm like, God damn. And I think the scariest thing for me is knowing that the times we living in, knowing that what used to go down at hangings, like how it was like a celebration. Like, you know, everybody came out, they brought the kids out, popcorn and hell shit. I'm just trying to put myself in these black people's shoes. The last thing they seeing is a bunch of white people watching them and being recorded on a cell phone. And like it's for sure footage of somebody's cell phone.
Hell yeah.
Bro, when that shit was happening back in the day, nobody had cell phones or cameras to record, right? So it's just some of the same tactics and some of the same actions are still being repeated to this day. And we have all this technology. We have all these cameras. We have all this shit, right? So it's like we're like we literally have front row seats to people just blatantly just being racist, discriminating. Like, we see this shit, like, whether it be like in professional sports and shit like that, when it be like some bullshit, like the Jed York shit, right? They talking about it, but they ain't really talking about it. It's because he a billionaire, you know what I'm saying? It's just funny how what's being pushed and what's being presented to us, and then whatever is just kind of being like, all right, let's you know what I'm saying? Like even the Mike Vrabel shit, when they announced the Mike Vrabel shit, they didn't want to talk about it like that. So when they popped up on our Bleacher Report, it was like 1:32 in the morning. Because they knew other shit was gonna pop up, and by the time we woke up, there was gonna be 8 other notifications in front of that. You know what I'm saying? It's just funny how this shit works, bro. But it's like, we know that though. We know like the tactics. We learned about this shit in school, bro, with propaganda and all that shit. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, we know that, but we're not thinking about it, and we're still being like mind controlled with what's being presented to us. You know what I'm saying? So it's wild, bro. Like, we have all the information, we have all the truth. You know what I'm saying? But it's
a gift and a curse.
Yeah, bro.
It's a gift because we're privy. I was telling Frank, I rather know how many people out there is like this versus not. Right. But then again, it is jarring to see how ridiculous it is out there.
Y'all ain't heard about the shit Target just tried with that Halloween costume?
I just heard about that today. That shit is crazy.
Like, come on, but that's like, they gonna try to say that nobody knew, but then it's like, Lil bruh is literally doing the same exact pose and wearing the same exact costume that was portrayed back then.
Eerily similar.
Like, come on, bro. That's too big of a coincidence,
how many boardrooms and all that shit. Nobody, you know what I'm saying? Come on, bro.
Hey, man, I remember working at my job, dude, and it was Juneteenth. I think I told y'all the story before where I walked into my building or my floor, and there's like a whiteboard that somebody like draws pictures on for different holidays. It was Juneteenth. These niggas fit hella watermelons. I'm like,
oh hell no! I would have took a picture of that and went to HR.
No, it happened that day. The person that reported it was on the news that day.
Man,
I'm like, bruh. Like I said, I was kind of the first one to notice it. I'm like, a watermelon patch I don't think it's supposed to be a good representation of Juneteenth.
But I think you know what's weird when I think where we're from and where we live, we're witness to it. We're witness to it, you know, even in passive aggressive ways. But when we're like witness to it in like the most extreme, not even the halfway extreme ways, like we be like, what the fuck? Because we haven't grown up in an area that's like in the South where it's kind of like, you know what I mean? Like they're used to that sometimes. So sometimes when we see that shit, it's almost like, oh, you almost got to clutch your pearls real quick. You got to remind yourself like, oh yeah, okay, this is prevalent. But it's kind of like, it's such a melting pot out here. You know what I'm saying? Like we did grow up with white, Asian, Mexican friends, Filipino, all that shit. We grew up with that.
I was in denial.
Tripping.
I'm like, am I?
Yeah.
Maybe I'm tripping. Maybe that is a thing. But for some reason, something's telling me this is pretty racist. To put a watermelon patch.
Bro,
like not just a watermelon. They have the patch. It's like I said, the person is dumb saucy at drawing. Cause I don't know who it was. Like I said, every holiday they be clean ass drawings. It's like a dry eraser board.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I don't know. And this is fresh in the morning, bro. Everybody just walking, doctors, everybody walking right past it. And I'm like, but ain't nobody else noticing it, but ain't nobody else black either. So I'm like, damn.
But that's how I felt at that party in the Rich that one time, and the only white person showed up with a watermelon.
Oh, that was but that was on purpose. That's they best friend. That was a joke. See, you know who it is.
But I'm saying if you don't imagine you don't know who he is. He walks up, hey guys, look what I got.
Yeah, nah,
Who is this?
Like, so when you hear it, it's like what the fuck. But like the details of it, it's kind of, you know what I mean?
Different.
Like you had to be there type shit, like you know. So, but because
I was a little thrown off. I had to kind of look around, like, am I tripping?
But that's why even Bryce telling the story, like it almost felt like I had to give like 5% like grace to like wait to see if he was gonna say that, because in my mind, I'm like, well, did somebody black draw that? And just was catting and not even like, you know what I mean? Like, and not even understanding, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm not. I don't think so. It's just that little, just a slither of like, I wonder, like, you know what I mean? Why would somebody go out their way to do that? And not even think about it.
I had the same thought. Yeah, I'm like, well, hopefully, but at the same time, but this is, like I said, it's
you should know.
But like I said, but it's like the part of the hospital that I'm in, it's not a lot of. So like I said, it's 15 floors, but
you gotta think about something. But you gotta think about it. I hate to say it, but there's some black people that rock with that side. So it's like
that's what the shit we talk about.
You know what I mean?
I just know for a fact it was about 1%ers in that floor. Yeah. So I'm like,
that's crazy.
Nah, and if the people that are black ain't going nowhere near that board,
right,
because that board is telling you what surgeries is going on that day. You know what I'm saying? Like that's what that board is for. So I'm like, those type of people ain't in that area to do that.
So how often do black people actually come across that whiteboard, like besides you?
Plenty.
Okay.
People, like patients come in there too.
Yeah, so I think that's the part that's like, even because in my mind I'm over here trying to even think about the psyche of like, because you said it's a lot of white over there. So in my mind I'm like, are they doing that because they know majority white gonna see it? But then if you say multiple people gonna see it in different colors and shit, that's even more of a like, what the fuck? I'm just over here trying to like,
I don't know if
pinpoint
they
genuinely
thought it was not an issue, or they was like, this would be a funny joke, but ain't nobody gonna say nothing,
right?
Because who gonna say something? That shit was on the news.
Yeah, so. That's crazy.
All right,
that's wild.
Just had to get that out there real quick. We are paying attention. We got ears to the ground, so hopefully more information comes out, you know, and it'll be some people getting justice as far as what's been going on. All right, real quick. I got to see the end of Oak Street. Do you guys know what that is?
The dinosaur movie.
Yeah, the dinosaur movie. Where a piece of the 70s gets transported to prehistoric times, and vice versa. That makes sense. So just imagine like Oakland got transported to prehistoric times, and in reverse, a piece of prehistoric times got replaced where Oakland was at. Mm-hmm. And so you follow this family.
Wait.
It switched. It teleported. It switched spots. That's what happened. And that's the premise of the movie. That's how dinosaurs are there, because their town got transported to prehistoric times.
And then that same amount of portion that got transported
100%
from the prehistoric times
100%.
got transferred to
100%.
So is it showing both?
You don't see both to the. You don't see you don't see the vice versa as far as the prehistoric in our time.
The modern, okay.
Until like towards the end, which is not as interesting, versus the whole town going to prehistoric times. I will say this. This movie is the movie I thought was going to happen after that Jurassic World where the little girl hit that button and let all the dinosaurs out. I'm like, oh, damn. It's going to be like the next movie is going to be like we are like almost post-apocalyptic era, or we're going to have to be living alongside of it. It was pretty much that movie. Remember that movie I showed y'all, the little short film? Mm-hmm. It was more of that, and I'm like, this is what I wanted Jurassic Park to be, even to the point, mind you, I'm watching this, I'm like, damn, because it has like a 70s aesthetic feel, so it kind of feel like it got like that Steven Spielberg E.T. vibe, like with the family, with the neighborhood. I'm like, ooh, this hidden right. Even before the dinosaurs get there, I'm like, this hidden right now. Okay.
And I was interested to see what you was gonna say because I heard some people talking about this movie and they were saying that it has the potential to replace Jurassic Park.
It did.
I was interested to get your take on that because we are all Jurassic Park, like heavy Jurassic Park fans,
not Jurassic World fans.
No, I agree.
I can appreciate maybe one Jurassic World movie, but everything else has been such a letdown. And we talked about this before. We did reviews on it, how it's not, the fear ain't there no more. Like, it's cool. You do those moments like, oh, my leg is hanging. Let me put my leg up right before the raptor bites. We've seen it too many times, right? Yeah. So I'm like, I'm over it. And so I'm hoping that this movie did something a little different. And dare I say, bruh, this movie was taking it there to the point where I'm like, I'm not sure what the tone of this is supposed to be. Because it has some funny moments, but people was getting wild on. They was murdering the shit out of kids, all type of people just dead on the street, bruh.
It's a horror movie.
Like, I don't know. All you have to see it because like it was funny, but no, bro, these people are getting it was terrifying at some parts, and you got some characters that's played for laughs, but they get brutalized, and I'm like, wait, maybe I'm missing something. Let me lock in a little bit more because I'm missing the tone. I'm missing something because clearly this character is played for laughs, but they just murdered the shit out of him. I'm like, it's blood all over the thing, but it's still PG-13. But it felt like an OG PG-13 movie where they could do more.
They pushed the limits.
Exactly. And so I'm like, holy shit. And the movie, like I said, it's hokey in some parts where I'm like, okay, some decisions were made that were pretty stupid. I'm like, why would you do this? Why? Okay, all right. And mind you, Anne Hathaway and Ewan McGregor, Obi-Wan Kenobi. Ewan McGregor. He is the dad. And Anne Hathaway is the wife. But Anne Hathaway, putting her in situations or other actors or popular actors, she hella good, bro. She's dumbass good. Like, scary good. Like, I'm used to him being, like, saucy. But like she's killing the movie, bro. I'm like, damn, she hella good in this.
She's been on the road lately.
Yeah, nah, she's killing it. I'm happy. She almost damn near. She's fucking ridiculous sometimes, but she kind of saved the movie for me as far as the actors go. But I get, the highlight's supposed to be the dinosaurs, and they went more practical with these dinosaurs as far as not practical effects, but practical in the sense of, oh, we think dinosaurs might actually have feathers, and some of them have fur. It wasn't just scales, like, you know what I'm saying? So they went that route. So that's how they were to make their distinction from the Jurassic Park dinosaurs versus theirs. So I like that. They went more realistic. And the sound quality on it is pretty good. Like I said, every now and then you'll be on this road where I'm like, this is low-key terrifying versus they do something silly. Like, oh, I'm going to walk outside. Let's go look for the kids. Oh, look over there. There's 2 dinosaurs fucking on the house. Like, oh, turn around, get a picture. Let me get a picture. Nobody's ever going to believe this. Like, I'm kind of in a crazy situation. I mean, I get it. That's super random. That's wild, but I don't know if this is the time to be taking pictures. But
I would want to see the flow of it, like what happens before leading up to it, just to see. That sound random. As fuck.
You seen
the
what
way
happened
I
with
explained
bruh?
it is the way I explained it.
But
Trust me.
It's just randomly cut scene into them. That's hilarious.
Hey,
okay.
hold on. We seen what happened with OG taking a picture of the buffalo. Now imagine with some fucking dinosaurs. Yeah, now fuck that.
No, they was heavily in the middle. The dinosaurs was absolutely in the middle of. They weren't worried about anybody else. They were fucking, bro. I'm like, that's interesting that they did that. Super random because y'all out here looking for your kids. You know what I'm saying? But like I said, it's so much murder in here. I'm like, damn, this is what I've been wanting, bro. You don't see this, but they showing the shit too. Like it's characters that they was introduced. I'm like, oh shit, that's Miss what you call it? They just rolled on her shit. And like I said, they got blood splatter. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, okay, this is going. I'm really feeling this. Like the first half of it, I'm feeling it, right? And then they start doing the dumb decisions. The acting with everybody else isn't as great. And like they just doing questionable things and the tone is off. So I'm like, oh God, okay, this is losing points because the tone, I can't tell you if this is a horror or a horror comedy. It should be it should be plain and simple horror comedy then if y'all gonna do this, but it's still not.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still like this.
Not
It was hella scary. For it to be. Yeah, but it's not a good mix. It wasn't blending well. How about that?
Yeah.
But they do something where I did not see this coming, bro. I'm like, oh, I'm like, oh shit, and like everybody else is like, damn. I'm like, oh fuck. I'm like, let's fucking go. Like what y'all just did right here, completely shitted on the last 3-4 Jurassic World movies. And it was just one scene. I'm like, bruh, yes, let's go. And then at the end of the movie, they kind of take it away from you a little bit. In a way, without me trying to spoil it, they low-key take it away from you. But just the fact that you got to see that in a PG-13 dinosaur movie that's not Jurassic Park, I'm like, why the fuck Jurassic Park can't do that? I'm like, maybe you shouldn't take... If your kids like dinosaurs, might not be the movie to go take them to. Because they could be like, oh, these dinosaurs do this? Yeah. Like, oh, shit, wait a minute. You know what I'm saying? Versus Jurassic Park, where you got that one friendly dinosaur that follows us around. And you got, all type of,
herbivores.
Yeah.
The carnivores.
Like, these dinosaurs are absolutely dinosaurs. They weren't like... If you're a herbivore, you're doing herbivore shit. You ain't coming acknowledging humans. You like fuck insect. You know what I'm saying? It's either step on you, step over you type shit. Like, okay. I'm like, okay, I fuck with that. And the other dinosaurs, like, it's hunting season. Like, what is you? Food. Like instant. I'm like, oh, this is going crazy. But they do something at the end. Like it's sci-fi too, because the teleporting towns and shit. So I'm like, okay.
Do they say why?
Nope.
But do they say why? Or if they don't say it, can you guess why they chose the 70s to swap with as opposed to like the 80s or current time?
Because technology, no cell phones, everybody don't got AK-47. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, oh, it's a innocent small town.
Yeah,
so it's much easier. Oakland now we would be rolling on shit.
Right,
you know what I'm saying? It'd be bad. But it's
probably
for that. Yeah, like
sense.
I said, it made perfect sense.
Yeah.
I actually didn't hate that part. It's just that once he got towards the end, they kind of started to talk too much about explanations and why this is possibly happening, and how in the way you get back. I'm like, oh, don't do this, because I saw it coming. Because like I said, they did something in the movie I wasn't expecting them to do. Mm-hmm. I'm like, okay, y'all, all that dumb shit y'all did in the middle, I might let that slide because what y'all just did here. Just execute. And I'm like, oh, no. This would, okay, I know what's going to happen now. Yeah. Well, this is 45 minutes movie of the left. 45 minutes of the movie is left, and I already know how it's going to end. And it ended exactly how I said it was. Mm-hmm. And it was kind of like, nah, that's not it. You shouldn't have did that. If you were going to do it, stick to it. And that was way too obvious to end the movie. But if I have to give it, what?
So they do explain why shit.
No.
Oh, they don't. They just kind of.
But you said they explain how they can swap back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
In so many ways.
But you say that kind of like
it's not really an explanation. It's just like, oh, maybe it's not explanation. It's just like, it's not explanation. But they do have that conversation on how it's possible for them to make it back.
And you wasn't feeling that. You said that part where it was like,
because I knew what they were gonna do. Now they could have did something else, and I would have fucked with it. That's something else. They did that in the Mike Wahlberg Planet of the Apes movie. Do you remember how that ended? That might be spoiling it though.
Okay.
Do you remember that movie, the Mike Wahlberg Planet of the Apes? Because they win at the end, and his whole thing is, I gotta get back to my time. All right, we'll talk about it afterwards. If I had to give it a rating, I'm going to go. I hate to say it, bro. I'm gonna have to go real decent movie. I'm gonna go 6.5. Because but mind you, I still liked it more than the Jurassic World movie. I'm sticking it to that. What they did with the dinosaurs was fire, bro. I'm like, please, Jurassic Park. I know you niggas seen this. You can clearly do it. I think Jurassic Park, we talked about this, fell into the, so many kids watch us now. Let's try to
get that money. Family part movie.
Family, bro. But this was technically a family movie, though.
Yeah.
It had its moments, but they just wasn't really. It made it. They put them in real situations, and in order to keep it family friendly, it was jokes. That's what it was. Like this was a real situation.
They're trying to make it to where it's like you could come to see this movie. Even you can come see this movie. Even you would like this movie too, because it's a little bit of like that's what people be doing. Where it's like you said, it's like if it's not gonna be a horror comedy. If it's not, then give it bits and pieces. But the fact that you giving us so much when you are giving us that comedy, it kind of like. But then you're not giving us enough for it to be that.
But the
comedy, I can see where it kind of
comedy didn't justify kids being there. Because this is adult comedy. Like this is adult humor.
What's the movie? The movie where the shit keeps happening to people that they die. Final Destination. Like it was like kind of like that. The way you sound to make it sound like.
I feel like they blended it better.
Okay.
Final Destination did a better job.
Okay.
Like I said, it'd be some scenes I'm like, right. Yeah. I'm like, because like I said, I like what y'all did, how y'all executed that. But like I said, that was a funny character. Yeah. And even while he was going out, but y'all brutalized this motherfucker. Yeah. Then, like I said, you have them running down the street and like, this is in the trailer. They running down the street. They discover like the fucking dinosaur chasing us, but people don't really know what's going on. So they coming out their house. They're like, "What y'all running from?" They're like, "Get back in the house." And they're running, but you see like the lady looking at them run like, "What's going on?" And a dinosaur just slam. I'm like, damn. But I'm like, it was like it wasn't like scary, but it was like that was fucked up.
Yeah.
Fucked her up. It was, like I said, it's not cutting away.
But that's one of those things where like
I want to tell y'all that one scene
that's one of those things where like it could be viewed so many different ways. People could laugh at that. People could be like ooh at that, or people could be like hell sure. yeah. So that's like that.
For me, I guess it didn't blend well for me, but I did kind of like it's been a minute. I looked at my favorite people that do the reviews, and I kind of the consistency is kind of there with critics as far as like the tone was everywhere, and the movie was predictable once you got to a certain point. And because once they did a certain thing where it's like, if y'all stick with this, y'all might have something. And if y'all bring it, like I said, if you bring it home, y'all got something. Even though y'all have some weird tone shit, but people going to be talking about it more positively versus negatively. And I think it's getting mixed reviews. I just wish that it didn't do something at the end that it did. And it's still kind of shitty. They did something obvious, shitty, and boring. So that would be my critique for the end. But I recommend you watch it once it hits home video. Which is this
that'll be in 2 weeks.
Yeah, probably.
It's
Netflix
probably on the Super Bowl.
Netflix gonna get it so quick, boy. And watch it go up. Oh yeah. I'm telling you, it's gonna be number one. And once you see what these dinosaurs is doing, bro, I'm like, damn, the fuck would Jurassic Park take fucking notes? No, Jurassic World. I'm sorry, Jurassic Park. Where's my poster at? No disrespect.
So you like this movie better than your favorite Jurassic World?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Only because it just reminded me of Jurassic Park. I'm like, damn, this is
gritty. That gritty Jurassic Park.
It didn't look as gritty.
That Samuel L. Jackson with the cigarette in his mouth, Jurassic Park.
It didn't have that look, though. It didn't have that look. Hey, Jurassic Park is leagues ahead of everybody still. But it had that feel of this is a very dangerous situation, bro. I don't care. Everybody is in danger, bro. Nobody is safe. And I'm like, oh, shit. Because that first Jurassic Park was a hell of a ride. I didn't think nobody was going to make it out. All right. Last Thursday, this past weekend, Insidious 6 has come out. And y'all know me. I fuck with the horror. I'm a fan of the first Insidious movie. The last one, I think it's called Insidious The Red Door. It wasn't great. It wasn't great. And it's been a few of them before that just wasn't great. I think maybe 3 I might have fucked with. Like I said, there's 6 of them, but one in 3 I think I'm okay with. The other ones it's just bad.
Is this the one where the lady where she going to the cardboard box?
I'll tell you what it is. I'll explain it.
No, I'm just saying. I seen a preview, but I'm just trying to make sure I'm thinking of the right.
There's no cardboard box, but I think I know what you're talking about. But there's no cardboard boxes.
Where it's like the kid was playing in like something, and she went in, and when she went into the cardboard box tunnel or whatever, she was like, it was like a whole nother like.
So
it was something in there.
You got
What movie was that?
You got
Backrooms, nigga.
No,
nah. That wasn't Insidious.
I think I know what you're talking about. Real quick, the main character is Gemma, and it's her and her daughter. The premise of this movie is she has the ability to go into the further, which wasn't crazy, right? But her thing is she can bring stuff back out of it. Like she can, if a demon hold on hard enough, she can bring that motherfucker out. Basically, that's how strong she is in the further. And there is a scene, which is probably the best scene in the movie, where her daughter makes a couch cushion for it.
Okay, that's my bad. That's what it was. It was something that
that was a pretty good
like
scene.
a fort.
They
shit. I thought it was a cardboard.
They do something in the trailer that I love. I love when movies do this, because I seen the first trailer where they show you something in the trailer that's not in the movie.
Oh yeah,
I love that. I'm like, thank God. Where like I know what's supposed to happen in the scene, but it didn't. And I went back and rewatched it just to make sure I wasn't tripping. They absolutely took it out, and I'm like, thank you, because what I did instead was better. Shout out to movies that do that. But the whole premise is like you have this new demon who discovers that, okay, this girl has the potential to bring me and my followers out, or all of us out. You know what I'm saying? We can literally do Armageddon on the world with this one human. If we can capture her, I know how to activate her power to make her stay in one. I can make her stay still, and all I gotta do is touch her to make us go into the real world. I can touch her again, bring her back to the further, and we can just keep going back and forth, bro, until all of us is out. And so I'm like, okay. And like, I like the design of the new bad guy. And so I like that it's not any familiar characters, because they usually follow a particular family. I'm over it. And there is the returning character of Elise, who is the lady that's the expert of the further that has passed away, that she can come back in ghost form and kind of help you explain what's going on to you or whatever.
That was the mom from the first one?
No, she was just like one of the spiritual people. She's not even a mom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I only saw the first one.
Okay.
Part of it.
You know, she just like I said, she's just somebody who's an expert who deals in the supernatural.
Gotcha.
Can understand and explain it. Gemma and the daughter, great actors. I didn't find any problem with any of the actors. I think Gemma, the mom, has like a boyfriend who's a police officer, and he's not stupid. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes they do that where you have the police officer or the boyfriend who's an idiot. You know, I'm just glad they didn't make him. All the conversations made sense. I'm like, okay, he's not skeptical of what you're saying. You done said some shit. He's been fucking with you for a minute. Cause it only just recently started happening to her. And they show her she had like a traumatic childhood where her mom passes away tragically. And that's kind of like where her demons start to come into play. but it kind of reminded me of like Freddy Krueger, where she was so turned up, because you usually get to this place by going to sleep, and she's so turned up, it wouldn't show her fall asleep. If she accidentally get knocked out, she hit her head, she will fuck up and be in there. I'm like, what the fuck? And I'm like, so I don't know if I didn't like it, or I think I might have liked it. The fact that sometimes she would just be in there. I'm like, bro, when did you sit down? You didn't even sit down yet. When did you go to sleep? And so, but it'll give you, it will show you like, oh, she did sit down or whatever, because she get the, when you go into this place, you can see where your body is at. You can like fall asleep right now. You stand up, your body is still there, just knocked out like that. You like, damn, fucking fell asleep. Whatever. But it's clean because they do something in here that has never been done, where the demon has human followers that he can communicate with. So these humans are able to pretty much sedate themselves to go into the further and get directions from this demon. Like, the only way they can communicate with them is they knock themselves out, and under anesthesia or whatever, they can communicate, and the demon is pretty much telling them, like, look, when y'all wake up, I need y'all to do this. Like, be creepy. Obviously, be creepy, be weird, kind of like start getting them scared, which is demons usually do. Like, in order to get you, they start fucking with you a little bit first. And I thought that was dope. Like, it actually had human followers, but they looked so fucked up that you thought they was dead. But like, everybody can see them. I'm like, oh, everybody can see these motherfuckers. So everybody see these weird people, but like, what's the connection? But you find out like they're followers of this demon or whatever. I'm like, that's dope. And like you said, you brought up the scene with the cushion, where it was very, very creepy and scary. But like I said, I enjoy when it gets me like that. When I'm like nervous, I'm like, oh shit, oh, you got me. Okay, I'm like, this is very, it was kind of backroomish as far as like liminal spaces, like the hallway to keep going, but you can't see all the way down there, and you got a light, but the light only goes so far, and so you going turning left, turning right, it's dumbass far. Then you get to this one corner, you look around the corner, you like looking, and you see like it's already a head already peeking out, and it's half the face, and it's not moving. Just there, I'm like, ooh, but you hearing stuff on the left and right. Like, so you go like this real quick, ain't nothing over there. You go like this real quick, ain't nothing over there. You go back straight, the head's still right there. And it get closer, nothing, it's still there. But you keep hearing stuff getting closer to your left and right. I'm like, oh, yeah.
See, me into something like that. Mind you, I know I'm in a from what I saw, the lady she crawling into this. Mm-hmm. I'm standing the fuck up. At that point,
I'm glad you said that. Guess what happened when she tried to do that, bruh? Padded hallways, nigga. She was like, nothing moving.
Oh, I would have died right there.
So mind you,
that'd have been it right.
Look,
Jose, that'd have been it right there.
You can barely
stop everything.
You can barely turn around because it's very narrow. So you got just enough room to be like, sit on your knees and maybe roll yourself back to go the opposite way. But it's gonna take you a minute. You ain't about to be like, no, you can't do that, bro.
Tripping.
And like I said, once she's seen, like the thing wasn't moving, and she like, what the fuck? But obviously, she keep hearing shit to the left and right that's getting closer, so she got to keep turning left and right. And she turned back, and the head is just out slightly more. It's still just one eye missing, you feel me? She's like, what the fuck? And as she's shining the light, you see a whole new face just directly right here. And she go like this, or whatever. And the thing is right there. I'm like, oh, it's so you cooked. It's pretty much grabbing your legs already. I'm like, you're done. Damn. Or whatever. And mind you, take me you away. Gotta understand, when she's obviously in the further, so she's dreaming. So in the dream, it's not a couch cushion no more. It's an actual hallway. You know what I'm saying? So nobody would be able to break out. It's bad. So she gotta understand, like, for her, she gotta understand, am I asleep? Am I awake? Obviously, if there's nothing I can do, I'm clearly asleep. If it's fog on the ground, I'm clearly asleep. I'm fucked. But it's clean because, like I said, if you've seen Freddy Krueger Dream Warriors, they do the thing where, like, oh, you have more power than you know you do. And, like, not only can you take stuff out of the further you can bring stuff in. Like I'm like she like oh, but I like that they don't immediately. No, they don't immediately get to that. Like it's not something as simple as like oh I'm gonna bring a gun, I'm gonna bring a knife, I'm gonna bring an axe. That's not it. So they saved that moment for the very end of the movie. It's fire. All I'm gonna say, without spoiling anything,
I'm not going to see it, so you might as well.
No. It's for the viewers. It's for the viewers.
Man, fuck that. I want to know.
It has a very. You remember the movie Jumper?
Yes.
It has a jumper moment. I'm like, bruh, that was hard. I'm like, that was clean.
They come with the whole artillery.
Nah. I can't. Like I said, I'll tell you exactly what happened at the end.
Because I'm not about to see
it. Yeah. But
hallway, I'm out. Done.
Right I had such
movie can end
time.
right there.
You see that face? Just
the trailer did it low key justice with the little couch cushion, but it's way better. And when you see it,
I believe you.
Absolute blast with it. Like I said, the fact that they went all out, like the main demon is like, nah, fuck that. We about to try to end the world with this one. I'm not just tormenting you. I ain't just tormenting your kids. I want the world. And I'm like, all right, you know what? You gonna go big or go home, go big. Let's do it. We gonna go crazy. Y'all got some good actors in here. Everybody doing shit that's smart. No dumb decisions. No dumb decisions. I'm standing on that. And I'm like, yes, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So I had a great time. Even the ending, I had a great time. I will say this: there's a post-credit scene. You don't have to stay. It's so stupid. It's so dumb. It is supposed to be scary, but for me, I'm like, I didn't have to wait for that. It has nothing to do with the rest of the movie, but it's whatever. I wouldn't wait for it. But I would give this a real dope movie. I'll give it like a 7.6. Man, I had a great time. Like I said, that was more fun than scary, but it had its moments. Cause I think ain't nothing really fucking with that first one as far as terror.
No,
I had to rewatch 3 though, cause I think one of them was like, oh, shit. But yeah, this one was more of a. It reminded me more of like the action version. If it was like you mixed action with horror. And mind you, I'm kind of overdoing it with the action. Like it wasn't, like I said, they made great plans, everything executed well. I'm like, this is fire. I had a great time with it. So I definitely recommend you to go see Insidious 6, but it's probably gonna make a lot of money because it's a horror movie. They cheap to make, but I don't think nobody gonna go see it though. But yeah, I recommend it. All right. All right. Let's get into the meat and potatoes.
oh yeah.
All right. It has been trending for the last couple of weeks. Lanterns. DC's Lanterns is officially out on HBO Max.
What?
I'm so happy. Mind you, I hit Jose twice outside of the group message.
Sure you knew I was going.
No, I know, but I needed Jose to watch this movie because I hate sometimes that there's like a stereo. I mean, like what's the word I'm looking for? Like it's not stigmatism. It's like an assumption of superhero maybe shows or movies where it might be like, oh, it's corny, hokey, or superhero-y or whatever. I'm like, I had to emphasize. That's why I brought up Wonder Man, even though Wonder Man is still more fun. I'm like, it has that. It's something about it that's sticking out. You know what I'm saying? But you are. I hear people compare this to True Detective, which I've seen a little bit of, and I can kind of see it more now, where it's more like a true crime series, and you just happen to have some superheroes in it. We don't got to get into like super crazy details about what the plot is. John Stewart is the up and coming Green Lantern being trained by Hal Jordan. Hal Jordan is like, it does a couple of time skips, but I believe he's probably about 15, 20 years in at the moment he's starting to train John Stewart. And I think
wasn't it 86 at the beginning?
So 86 is when he revealed himself. No. He came in 86. I think he revealed himself in 96. So that was 10 years that he been doing it when he first he revealed himself. And then it jumps to 2016 where he is training John Stewart. And then it does jump to 2026 or whatever. But Yeah, it's like jumps 10 years each time or whatever. Yeah, and so the whole thing is Hal Jordan is trying to train John Stewart on becoming the next Green Lantern reluctantly because he's not ready to put the ring down. You feel me? He's saying, I'm still here, I'm still him, I'm still saucy. But there is a crazy there's something that happens where you kind of get to see what Hal Jordan was like in 2016. Or no, in 96.
No, it was 2006.
Yeah, 2000. Yeah. It was 2006. So in 2006, you got to see like a different side of him where he wasn't so
dickish.
Yeah, and so you know something has happened in there, and they are headed to this town in Nebraska called Rushville where they're investigating 3 or 4 murders, and Hal Jordan is almost sure it has to do with aliens because he can only get jurisdiction if it's extraterrestrial. Whatever. So dope, right? And you're pretty much following them trying to solve this murder, and it's also some space shit that's happening, some alien shit that's happening, and like I said, it's just a good time. But let's just initial thoughts. How you feeling, Jose? Let's get Jose, since you kind of like, I think your view might be a little bit more interesting since you kind of like have no attachments to this world.
Yeah, I watched both of them twice. I had to watch it twice because
I'm here to answer questions too. If you got any questions, I know a lot about the lore.
Well, because I had some questions coming in, but I did like I said, I watched it the second time, both of them right before I left to come here, so I could just make sure. Because in all fairness, if I'm being completely honest with you, when I did turn it on, I don't want to say half watching it, but I might have been like 80-70% watching it. And like I remember at a certain point, and I was just like, what is going on right now? You know what I'm saying? Because specifically what you texted me as far as the first 5 minutes, and when I realized I was 5 minutes in, I was just like, am I missing something right now? Because I was like, maybe I'm not watching it the way I'm supposed to right now. And I just kept it lit, thinking I would pick up. Second episode, I locked in a little bit more, and I'm like, okay. And then I'm just like, bro, hold on. I gotta give it the right justice. So I rewatched everything today, and I'm watching it, and I'm like, man, I said it like 3 times as I'm watching it out loud. I'm like, I'm so glad I watched this shit a second time, bro, because I was going to come in and probably say some bullshit or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But watching it again, I appreciate it way more, you know what I'm saying? It was pretty good, but it's just, I guess for me, it wasn't like a lot of action. So that's why it didn't just, it was one of those things where like I can't just turn on and like look to see what my card looking like type shit. You know what I'm saying? I had to actually like see what was going on because I'm like, hold on, bro. And I realized also it's the pilot, you know what I'm saying? So it's more explaining, more talking, you know what I'm saying? I'm like, all right, let me do it the right way. So
true crime-ish.
Yeah, like, so looking at it, seeing his dialogue, bruh, white dude with
Hal Jordan.
Yeah, Hal Jordan. Hilarious. You know what I'm saying?
He going crazy.
Just seeing that dynamic, how it was being built, and like you said, reluctant. So he really not trying to show him everything. You know what I'm saying? You give a little like hints of like he doing it because he's supposed to, but like even like when he picked him up, he was like, "You're not mad at me for being late." You know what I'm saying? Trying to just frustrate him. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So I like that little shit. I like that dynamic. And like, well, I like his. Okay, I like that he was playing the character of been there, done that. I'm the shit. I'm also a little goofy. You know what I'm saying? I do shit my way, even though it seems a little like a little weird. I do shit my way, unconventional. So it was just cool. And one thing that I loved was that there were like 3 different times, maybe 4, where the sheriff already was on top of shit before. And I thought that was hilarious. When he was like talking about, bro, over there in the short sleeve shirt, blah, 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 blah. And then she was like, what? Here goes your answer coming right there. She was like, are you talking about the dude in the short sleeve shirt? And I noticed that part. I was like, oh, that's funny. You know what I'm saying? And then later on, when she was just like, are you talking about the metal detector, blah, 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 whatever. And then I was just like, okay. And then I was like, oh, yeah, I just like that little dynamic.
Exactly what's going on.
But that part made me think. I was like, all right, I don't know if this is like just something that's just kind of funny, or is this something that, because like I said, I'm not in that universe, so I don't know if this is something where she is a part of some bullshit because she knows. So it's almost like, you know what I mean? But then also too, it's given either that or that she knows that it's some bullshit and she's just trying to like almost like stay out the way of it and like don't want to bother it because she know how dangerous that shit is. You know what I'm saying?
And
what's going on.
I
and it's in the family, so she kind of.
I low key think it's the opposite because, and what made me think that is when she was like, "Oh yeah, I came from Gotham," and when she said that, I was like, "She's a lot smarter than what he fucking thinks she is." Because if she's coming from Gotham to this small ass town, she know what's up.
But no, see, but
so that kind of made me think like she kind of like. She came on purpose, like, you know what I mean?
Because it comes off sarcastic, right? And some of the other shit, okay, you can view it a different way. But for some reason, I feel like that mixed in with the shit that I just mentioned altogether might come around at the end of the season or something to where, like, it's just not quirky. Like, she's just not – it's just not funny writing. I think it's almost like – because even the part where she pulled him over and
the bodies?
And had the bodies. And she talking, she went like this out the car.
Yeah.
and then went back down, right? And in my mind, I'm like, is that good shooting? Or is this like some foreshadow of like, she's a cat? You know, when you look at somebody's body language or see them shift their eyes real quick, and it's like, do they know something or is this good shooting?
You know what I thought about? I'm also on the side of it's possible that she does know a decent amount, right? Versus like, I don't want you here. I don't want to talk to you because there's something that might be at stake for me if I engage with you too much. Versus like I'm in a town where this whole town is in on this, where more people is in on it than you think. And if I get caught helping you, something that I care about might be in jeopardy.
And she's also a cop, so she probably is like it looked like she just straddling that line of like, y'all do what y'all gotta do, and don't bother me. I'm not gonna bother you, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's kind of like out of sight, out of mind, almost like, you know what I mean.
She did imply that the dude,
some shit going on.
Her
father-in-law.
Yeah, her father-in-law is actually a boy here.
Yeah.
Like you know what I'm saying. I might be a sheriff, but he technically runs this
that's
town.
Where it was giving off kind of
so
like, bro, don't fuck with this dude.
Yeah,
bro.
like if she's telling you, I can't even. He's untouchable from me. Even like when they walked onto his land, she's like, well, you technically are in the wrong. Like she is going by the book.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? You are, if he say you trespass, you're trespassed.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? If he can shoot you, he can shoot you. Just, you know, it is what it is.
Yeah.
So.
But it's almost like she knows some shit going on, but she's just like going out of her way not to witness it. Like it's giving that. Like, you know what I mean? She go into the compound, she can visit, but maybe because even when Hal was like, you know, there's some shit going on here that you not, he was like, but I let you over here, and he's like, but you only showed me what you wanted me to see, type shit. You know what I'm saying? And it's like, it's almost like she's like avoiding seeing the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? Because that's my father-in-law, and they are dangerous.
It might be too big. Like
it might be too big.
Mind you, she got a kid.
Yeah,
that kid could be in danger. Like, look, if you say anything, he done. You know what I'm saying? Because the biggest mystery, we just get straight to it, is who the manhunter is. Let me explain this real quick. So just in case you didn't catch it, because when Jon Stewart gets captured going to go get the lantern in the suit from Hal's house, the aliens that capture him explain, like, look, before there are Green Lanterns, there are manhunters. The Guardians are the ones that created the manhunters and the Green Lanterns, but they created the manhunters first. But they was wildin'. Like, they was OD protect. It was almost like AI type shit where, oh, we just gonna kill all y'all because all y'all is like diseases type shit. And so what those aliens are explaining, like, a particular manhunter came and pretty much massacred my whole, like, genocided my whole race. And we pretty much are here for revenge. His boys are the ones that got killed in the town. So he's saying they have technology in that town that can clearly detect us. But that manhunter has been there. And the person that Hal Jordan got his ring from, he was a Green Lantern that was transporting that manhunter somewhere. They just happened to crash there in that town. that manhunter ended up killing him. That's how Jon Stewart got the ring in the first. I mean, how Jordan got the ring in the first place. And so, the fact that they can hide
the manhunter killed the Coop.
Coop. What you mean?
The first lantern.
So the lantern that Hal Jordan is the first lantern on Earth. That's a human. But the alien, because Hal Jordan explained it. He asked, because Jon Stewart like, how you get the ring? He's like, you really want to know? I tell you, whatever. He was like, an alien landed, and they happened to crash land in Nebraska, Rushville, whatever. And a green bubble picked me up, asked me if I was afraid. I said no. Took me straight to him. Bruh said you was you worthy or whatever, and gave me the ring. His name was Adden Sir. But he was alien. But he was actually transporting a manhunter. And that's what the aliens that captured Jon Stewart was explaining. Like, we know he's there. We know he killed that Green Lantern. But we don't know who or what he is. He can be in any form. Male, female, kid, adult. We don't know. You know what I'm saying? He been there for a minute or whatever, hiding in plain sight. And we don't know if he done, because they can multiply. So we don't know if he took a. So my thing is, I want to know who the manhunter is, and also the benefactor, because the fact that the father-in-law that's running town has technology that can detect aliens, and how Jordan said, like, bruh, this is way too advanced. Like, I haven't really even seen this shit outside our planet. The fact that you got it, I know you got some more shit on here.
Right.
And while you at it, who is the benefactor? I have some guesses, but clearly you getting the shit from somewhere. I gotta know.
Who's your guesses? You know way more about DC than I do.
Well, Lex Luthor for sure, because like I said, he already hate aliens. So he hates Superman is an alien. He hate him. He don't really trip off other metahumans, but particularly Superman, alien, hate aliens. Vandal Savage is another idea that I might have. He's like a immortal human who's like, he just took full advantage of being immortal and like dumb rich, like triple Jeff Bezos, like way too much money.
He started off as like a caveman, and lasted from that time all the way forward.
So he dumb rich, you know what I'm saying? But like I said,
he's been around.
Yeah. So those are kind of the two obvious ones. I would like it if it's not that. I wouldn't be mad, but I wouldn't be surprised if it's Lex. I prefer it not to be, because they can easily connect the movies, and obviously it's already connected, but they can make an easy connection, making it be Lex. Like I said, that'd be too easy. But I'm more interested to know.
Do you think the benefactor could possibly be the manhunter?
I mean, because that's what it was.
Yeah, because that's
it almost seemed like that was
how Jordan said that. He was like, "Is this some type of Kaiser Soze situation where you actually, he said it, insinuating that the father-in-law is the benefactor, right. But it could also be, like you said, the manhunter. The manhunter been there for dumb long, and they can multiply.
So it's because he kept talking about the NDA and shit like that. That shit was hella funny, bro. Yeah.
He's like, the Marlboro man even had to go. Like how his quip is crazy.
Bro,
He's way too funny.
The part when they was talking to him. Or he was in court. And then he was just like,
"Come on."
He said, "Yeah, yeah." No, but the part where she was just like, "Well, you're a such and such. So what agency are you from?" And he was like, "I'm the Green Lantern."
Yeah. Like, what do you mean? But she being stupid, like, you know what I'm saying?
But the way he said it was just, I had to rewind that shit like 3 times. The way he said it was hella funny.
It has great timing with the comedy. I fuck with it.
Like when he walked into he was sitting there driving through town. He was like, fuck everybody at? He was like, we all talking about me? Nah, go ahead and get back to your meeting.
And I also like
that shit was how they was talking about the football game.
Yeah, bro.
How weird was it when they do little small things to remind you that you are in a mystery or a true crime story, when he leaving the hospital after he got shot and he peeping with the audience's people like, where the fuck is all the patients at? Mm-hmm. And they hand him the thing and he really tripping now, like, oh, the fuck, ain't nobody signing it? And she super nonchalant about it, so that's what makes me believe more so that.
But then
she knows
he asked
way
about
more.
it. But he asked about it. See, but they throwing off people like me, right? Mm-hmm. Because we peeped that, right? Mm-hmm. But he asks about it,
Mm-hmm.
and she addresses it.
Mm-hmm.
She just pretty much says that nobody's here dumb enough to get shot. You know what I'm
she
saying?
Brush it off.
So
nobody.
Yeah, but the thing about it is that you almost brush it off. Like we almost, you know what I mean?
Because she says it so.
She
so
almost finesses
casually,
us.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not even thinking about it.
So when she says that, it kind of made me think. That's why I feel like the benefactor is the manhunter, because they can heal.
What if she's the man?
No, I'm just saying.
I feel like that's too obvious.
No, I say that because you got to think about it like this.
That's too obvious.
What's the reason? There's not going to be no patients in the hospital because they can fucking heal.
Or
so
they're all in on it. Like I said,
so there's no need for them. So there's no need for them to be at the fucking hospital.
So and it's a small town. It's almost like a prop city. It could be a prop city to where it's like
that's what it was giving me.
And then also adding to y'all point. Okay, cool. You found out he was an alien. All right, cool. Yeah, you got what you wanted. Okay, cool. Why are you still here? You not gonna dip? You know what I'm saying? It was like they kept trying to nudge him.
Yeah, to leave.
You could go. You know what I'm saying?
He even like, paying the bond. Like, damn, 100 racks.
Yeah.
Like, you feel me? You want me to go?
Yeah. Brought you over for dinner real quick.
Yeah,
all right,
he
cool.
was like, no, you brought me here. You didn't really show me what was here though. He was like, I ain't hiding nothing. I brought you here for dinner. Like, nah, bro. I'm not stupid.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? You're not about to finesse me. I for sure believe that the manhunter is somebody that we met.
Sure.
My bet right now, because it's super. I feel like that's a little obvious too. Is the wife that Jon Stewart keep fucking, or he fucked one time.
That gets obvious to me though.
That's what I'm saying. It's a little bit too obvious, but she is very subtle because she just randomly by herself every single time drinking, but only talking to him, Jon Stewart.
Okay.
And mind you, it's something about Jon Stewart, and the thing about Jon Stewart is, this nigga is OD strong. Yeah. Like OD to the point where he don't even understand it. So when he put the ring on, tried to fly, peep, I watched it twice, right? Just like you. But if you peep, he did tell Hal to step back, right? Mm-hmm. But if you watch Hal, when he tried to, that nigga got dumb scared because he don't know what's about that. You know what I'm saying? He clearly know this nigga is, he knows that he has natural talent. But then after he jump and get scared, he see the bird, which is almost even more scarier to him. Like, what the fuck? Yeah. But he like immediately bring the emotions back down before he can turn around and address them. He was like, what is this? What is that? He's like, oh, it's a bird. He's like, give me the ring back. He gave the ring back, and the bird's still there. You know what I'm saying? He was like, trying to ignore it, but you can see on his face, it's really hard for him to not make a big deal about this. Right. He's like, nigga, what?
And then even when he gave him the thing, it was just like also too, another assignment is if you can make it there and back with that bird, you know what I'm saying, then that's an extraordinary feat type shit, you know what I'm saying? And then when he got back, he kind of like, yeah, I could tell that was some bullshit because you didn't even acknowledge, you know what I'm saying? Because
man, remember the aliens was like, how is John so far away and projecting his bird? Like, how? That's pretty dope. He was like, he's not, I am. He was like, but you don't got the ring. He was like, you here to ask me about my bird, or you here to, you know what I'm saying?
See, that part,
yeah,
him deflecting, that time and changing this, and that's where it was kind of like, all right, you know what I mean?
Because he's not tripping. Like,
couple that with the end of episode 2. Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? When bruh, because first of all, when he was like, such and such is your second biggest threat. Now let me ask you about Boom, right?
He said the manhunter is your second biggest threat.
But when he asked him about Jon Stewart afterwards, that was giving that he was your first biggest threat. That's what it gave. He didn't directly say it.
Exact 100%. And the fact that Sinestro in Space Jail already know who Jon Stewart is. He like, nigga, the word is getting out, bro. Like, obviously you've been training him for some months now. Yeah. But niggas know that this nigga is clean. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? And I love this is another thing I love.
He hasn't even taught him anything.
Really.
He hasn't taught him nothing, but he's still hearing how clean he is. And I know that's making that nigga more frustrated.
He drove him off the cliff.
Yeah.
And it wasn't even 100% sure, you know what I'm saying? But he was able to, you didn't get to see it. And this is another thing I really like that I really fuck with. They're very subtle with the rollout of showing the power of the ring. And if you watch the Superman movie, I don't know if you've seen it, there's another Green Lantern in there. And that's 2026. So he's gonna be in this movie too.
Guy Gardner.
He's in the Superman movie, but he's gonna pop up in the show later because he's the Green Lantern in 2026. And just to let you know right now, the ring that he has is Hal Jordan's ring. So we're gonna find out how he got it before Jon Stewart. Because Jon Stewart is supposed to be next in line, but Guy Gardner has it. But in the movie,
is that why when he went to the snow, it wasn't, he didn't have it on
exactly at the end of part, in the episode 1, he's dead without it on.
I thought that was in the episode 2.
That's in the episode 1. In the episode 1.
In episode 1, yeah.
In episode 2 is Sinestro.
Oh, you're right.
That quick little 10-year time jump just for a couple seconds.
And this is why I fuck with different directors too, because if you watch the Superman movie, James Gunn, it's that color green right there. That's how bright the green is. In this one, it's like emerald. I love, and it looks so much better. You have to just, if you YouTube it when you get a chance, just YouTube the Superman Green Lantern just to see the constructs that he make or whatever, right? Because he's more like the typical Green Lantern, where it's like, I'm gonna give you a giant middle finger, and it's gonna be in the form of the like the green hand or whatever. You know what I'm saying? I'm gonna do the big, you know what I'm saying? Very typical. Yeah. Versus this one is so elegant. Even when Hal Jordan made the $20 bill, you know what I'm saying? When he made the bottle opener, everything has been extremely subtle. I think even the Green Lantern in the movie, when he fly, it's some green shit around him. And Hal Jordan is more like, it's like putting on a tie. You know what I'm saying? I'm tired of that shit now. I'm just trying to get the job done versus I'm not trying to be fancy, fly, which I also like too, because at the end of the episode 2, he put that suit on, and I think he did it because Sinestro is the one that trained him. So it's still like some respect there, you know what I'm saying? Because that was his father figure for a certain amount of time. So he put that motherfucker on.
You want to wear that suit. You put that suit and tie on real quick and show respect to
exactly. You know what I'm saying? Even though he pulled up so aggressive, because obviously they had to fight. He's the one that put him there, and you got to hear that a little bit. But it's the way they are rolling out the ring, and I don't even know if John, because usually the suit isn't an actual suit, it's projected through the ring. It's like once you ready to turn up, you just turn it up, and it just appear on you, because it has the ability to do that. This is the first time only time we've seen it, an actual practical suit hanging up in the closet, which I like it. It's like I said, it's not as bright as, you know what I'm saying, as they normally are. So I'm hoping maybe Jon Stewart, because his suit looks different from everybody else's. Everybody has their own kind of Green Lantern suit. So I'm interested to see if he's going to get actually that suit, or he's going to get his own suit once he does get it. Yeah. And this is the Green Lantern I grew up with. He was in the Justice League cartoon. It's the black one, Jon Stewart. I think he was an architect versus it flip-flops. Either sometimes he's an architect, that's why he's so good at construction shit, or he's a military head, like he's just really disciplined. But either way, he's always like the prodigy, like he code. And so it's little things that I'm really fucking with in the movie. I mean, in the show, like when Hal Jordan did construct the $20 bill to play the music so he can get beat up. That finesse, you know what I'm saying? He like I said, he's so ahead of the curve. Like you said, the gruff is there. He done played this game multiple times. The fact that so far he has been right the whole time. Yep. He has not been wrong that one time. And I fuck with that, you know what I'm saying? He fuck with Jon Stewart to an extent because he know how powerful he is, but at the same time, he wondering why, like, hey, you feel me, the ring came to me. These niggas picked you. You know what I'm saying? Even though they the bosses, I thought that I didn't think it worked like that. You feel me? I thought, you feel me, you worthy. It is what it is. But you over here getting picked, so I can see some tension there. And
Who is you?
I like that, and it's not played up as racial either. I'm happy that it's not. Like I said, it's a genuine, like, bruh, I know you keep calling me sir, but I know you don't mean that. You know, I'm actively trying to piss you off. Yeah. And it's not really working. Even like I said, putting the ring on here, hopping out. I fuck with the way he training them too.
I mean, but he even said it though. He was like, every time you say sir, it gets more and more condescending.
Yeah. And
okay, sir.
It's dumbass interesting because it's also tripping me out, like how the dad in the beginning. That's why I said the first 5 minutes.
That shit,
I have more questions.
Yeah, so I'm saying. So me too. So I'm like,
that's one hell of a punishment.
Yeah. But at the same time, it wasn't really a punishment
because
he was hella happy. He was like, because his son wasn't afraid. It's almost like he's preparing him to become a Green Lantern. And mind you,
like who is his pops? That make
so
he's doing
so
that. Like,
I think the military they already know the idea behind the Green Lantern, and they kind of want to like prepare the next person. So he's already like grooming his son to be the next Green Lantern.
And his son's hella infatuated with
already. You know what I'm saying? He's already showing no fear as far as all the other brothers is like, turn the TV off. No, I'm like, nah, bro, I'm gonna watch it. Did you see the car? I'm gonna turn it off. Yeah. And he even right before Dad opened the door,
knob
turn it off. And Pops already knew, like, you get his name at least. He was like, Hal something. You're like, all right, come on. You know what I'm saying? Get the apple, whatever. But it seemed more like a routine. Because there's hella holes in the goddamn wall already. So they did it a couple of times. And afterwards, it's all love and smiles. We going to get ice cream and type shit. So I'm like,
let's go get a burger.
Yeah, so it's clearly a dynamic there that we're not fully understanding. And even when Jon Stewart drove this nigga off, Hal Jordan, like, drove the car off the cliff, he called Pops. He was like, look, bro. Like,
stay the course.
Yeah, like, lock in. You didn't die.
Yeah.
You feel me? You good. You know what I'm saying? We not allowed to make no mistakes.
And then he said, we're not allowed to have a fit or whatever. They are. Meaning he knew more, like what you saying as far as your point of saying, like he knows. It's almost like it's like you having a son and you know the head coach, and it's kind of like, hey, this is my son. He about to be the one, and you cool with him, and then practice was hard, and it's like, bro, stay the course, bro. Trust me, they fucking with you, bro. Yeah. It's like because you
got to get put through the ringer.
Yeah, he obviously know more than what we know.
Yeah, you've been through a lot, so you already here now.
Yeah,
you
built for this.
Exactly. Almost to the point where I feel like Pops probably wanted the motherfucker, but like he probably can't get it or something because it clearly can't have no type. It's a certain type of fear thing or something there that the ring's gonna notice. Even though Pop seemed pretty fearless to me, he could have easily been a Green Lantern, but it's a reason why it's going to Jon Stewart, and so that's why it's the journey of trying to figure out the benefactor, who the Manhunter is, and what the fuck happened to the ring. How did it get to Guy Gardner and skip over Jon Stewart in 2026? And is Hal even really dead? I'm almost on board to the fact that he might not be. Only because they're telegraphing so much that the fact that these things can look human and present human, bleed human, and if you kill them in their human form, they can die human. So I hear it too much to the point I'm like, this can come back around.
Yep.
This possibly can come back around. So I'm not gonna put too many marbles in the basket that Hal Jordan is actually dead.
So, but if he's and when you say that, are you saying that maybe that was a fake Hal Jordan that died in human like, and that could be the reason why he doesn't have his ring, because that's technically not Hal?
Or like something happened to him where he's not there, and the ring did go
to Guy Gardner.
Yeah,
but if that was a fake Hal, then that means we would think hypothetically that Hal is alive with the ring, probably, right? So maybe we won't get to Guy Gardner so soon yet. You think? I mean, maybe one of the two, possibly.
What do you mean,
like because pretty much, in that it's almost like we're saying two different scenarios. So like if the Guy Gardner scenario, or
he's in the show for sure.
No, but I know. Okay. But what I'm saying is that could it be something to where we're not being introduced to him so soon? And maybe we're thinking,
sure.
we're thinking we're getting introduced to him based off of what you said, but maybe that was a fake Hal and the real Hal is somewhere else. That's the reason why that fake body or that body doesn't have the ring. And maybe that was like kind of like a pump fake real quick to like, oh, we're not getting the guy yet. He still has his ring.
That's possible.
Yeah, he still has his ring, but he's going to lose it in a couple episodes because of some bullshit. I'm just thinking about what you were saying.
I can fuck with that.
Yeah.
Or the fact that he gave it to Guy and left and he's not around versus something something's going on with that ring.
Yeah.
Like I said, I feel like it's possible to have multiple rings, but maybe for the Guardian of Earth, it's only one. Because there is like two other human lanterns. But yeah, I don't know. Like Mike said, the galaxy is broken up into sections. So we only got noticed because the alien Adam Sir crash landing here with the Manhunter or whatever. That's why we got brought into the fold or whatever.
And I thought it was. I did see little things besides the hospital as far as seeing like the city just being like hella deserted.
Remember he flew up? It was like, but he saw all the cars parked at the,
That's what I was just about to say that.
But he's like.
But the part that, but real quick, the part that threw me off about that was that he was driving, bro. This nigga stopped in the middle of an intersection, bro. Opened the door, got out and started walking, and the door was open. And when he did that, I was just like, what the fuck going on there? He did, and I'm like, wait, where is everybody at? You know what I'm saying? And then that's when he started floating, and then that's when
upon rewatch, he is looking into every single shop as he's driving. He looking for signs of anybody, and he calling the police station. Ain't nobody answering. He's like, okay, where the fuck is everybody? Mind you, it's a small town, so everybody should be fairly within the vicinity. You should see some people. Like I said, that's why he did the fly up, because the town not that big. He saw all the cars parked at at the stadium or whatever. Like, oh, okay, everybody over there. And that's why even when he walked in, was like, "Was y'all talking about me?" And when she addressed it, the coach, she like, "No, we talking about the game. If we should have it." And coach, you were saying, what were you saying? He like, "Oh,
me?
Yeah. So it's almost like
they clearly was talking about him.
Yeah. So that's what make me think that.
And he asked her husband, what was they talking about?
He avoided it.
He avoided it. Didn't get no straight answer. Yeah. See, but I think
more people is involved than we think. But I think it's a lot more people involved.
Are we? I'm getting to the point to where I'm trying to be open to this, because are we just so good at watching this shit and foreshadowing, or are they?
They are telegraphing.
Are they telegraphing some shit? Because it's like, I'm over here thinking of so many different scenarios, and even like what I was thinking as far as the sheriff thing, right? And we both agree that her mother-in-law, which was bruh's wife, was way too obvious for her, right? For her to be the manhunter or whatever, the benefit, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But like now what if it's just straight up just her? You know what I'm saying? And like, they made it obvious at first, but then they showed us so many things to where it was almost like, that's way too obvious.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
But that's crazy because I fuck with that.
She kind of random.
How would you feel? Because it's one other character we got introduced to that we didn't get a lot of time with, and that's the son.
Oh,
playing
yeah,
football,
quarterback. When you earlier when your eyes lit up and you was like, and kids too, I'm like, this nigga the son. I started thinking this. I was like, the son.
Is it possible that he could be hiding like you? That's terrifying. Yeah. Where you take the form of a kid, but you all powerful, and like you are controlling shit from afar. Like you're playing kid, but at the end of the day, when everybody leave the house and the door is closed, and the kid stop playing with the toy and stand up, like, oh, you did good. Like,
or John Stewart hitting the corner, and you just gonna randomly throw a football and try to throw the football through this tire, you know what I'm saying? And then, bro, come around the corner and give you some pointers, and all of a sudden you could just, all of a sudden out of nowhere, you could just take his advice and just, you know what I mean? Like,
but this is you thinking about it the second time. Yeah, the first time seeing it, just gave him advice. You know what I'm saying? But now, hindsight, if the kid pulling strings the whole time, he even got the father-in-law scared. Like, I'm not saying shit about the NDA because this little nigga live on my shit. And this is where the technology comes. Because, mind you, the aliens tell Jon Stewart that these niggas is dumb clean at making shit. They didn't change the world because they hella clean at. The Manhunters are saucy at doing technology. So
the detectives.
Yep.
But
other shit too, probably.
Would you feel the best? And you don't have to tell me who else you would prefer, but would that be like your favorite person if it was the son?
Yes.
Like, I don't know.
I would like it only because I'm seeing, like I said, I'm seeing the scene in my head where they do the reveal, where Hal pulls up or Jon Stewart pulls up, clearly has questions, but obviously gets told to go. Like I said, behind closed doors, you think the adults are about to start talking, but all the adults turn and face the kid in the room, and then you see the kid slowly rise, and like, all right, everybody is doing good. That would be it would be terrifying too. Like, I'm scary.
So it's funny because with me, and this is purely for me. I'm not speaking for nobody else. For me, it makes me kind of like, because I could see it being clean, like you said, but the execution of it is just like, I could see it still being like hokey for me, for me, because I've seen stuff like that where the person ends up being the killer or the bad guy, and it's an unconventional person, and it comes off like hokey. You know what I mean? So it's like if that is exactly what it is, and it ends up being him, I would love to see the execution of it. Or would we see them communicate with the being that's taking over the son's body rather than communicating with the son? You know what I mean? Because like,
I'm implying that it is the son. I guess it can take many forms.
This is what I'm saying.
Okay.
So it took the form of the son, and you're cool with that, right? Mm-hmm. But what I'm saying is to almost like scratch both of our backs. What if it took form as the son, but when the reveal happens and they have the conversation with this alien, it's not the son.
It grows. For sure, 100%.
He turns 100%, into a completely. 100%. So it doesn't come
that's
off
exactly what I'm thinking.
Okay, so it doesn't come off like they're having a conversation with the evil kid.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I 100% agree.
Okay, I was making sure.
But the reason why I'm fucking with this, and it's a movie that I think me and Stack seen, is called Looper.
I know
okay, so the whole movie, everybody's afraid of this person called the Rainmaker, and you keep hearing like how turned up he is. Like he got everybody closing their loops, and at the end of the movie, you find out that this little kid who has telekinesis, because I think telekinesis exists in the world, but people can only make quarters float. It was like a little experiment that it wasn't crazy. Like that's all you could do is make a quarter float off your hand, but apparently the Rainmaker is the one in a million who can obliterate you. Like he can lift you in the air, and they call him the Rainmaker because he blow you up and your blood is just rain. It was the kid the whole time, and nobody really peeped it until the kid like fell or something happened, and then once you finally realize, it was like a crazy moment, like, oh shit, because the mom knew, and like I think the kid had fell or something happened, and she like got this crazy look in her eye, and she grabbed the main character, bro. Like they ran to the a safe. She was like, "It's nothing we could do. Run to the safe. I'm gonna close the metal safe and lock it. You're gonna have to wait till bruh's done getting mad because the whole everything getting fucked up." But that reveal was fire. Yeah. I'm like, damn, that was horrifying because he was so nice and so chill. Yeah. But when he get mad, everything is over. So that's why I kind of can fuck with it being a kid. But maybe I can get behind my first obvious choice would be Zoe, will be the wife of the father-in-law that is always by herself. And they did
hella mysterious looking.
You know what? The thing that made me believe was not her was when she dropped Jon Stewart off at the hotel. They did a shot of her face, of her pulling back out or whatever. And I'm like, bruh, it's not her. Because why would you? Because it did the linger of, is it her? Like so if you just rewatch that, it's like literally 2 seconds. Mm-hmm. She dropped him off after he meet up at the diner to get his little coffee or whatever. They had a little conversation.
Because she always by herself. Like she always by herself.
But she did this. I hated that they lingered. Because I would have been like, it's for sure her. Until he got out the car, he started walking, and it showed her staring at John. I mean, at Hal. Like, I'm like, bro, no, now it's not you.
Yeah, it's too obvious.
Like I said, she's obvious. The sheriff is obvious. The father-in-law is obvious. Those are the three obvious choices. Now, the unobvious is the kid, the lawyer, the judge. That you got the one that,
yeah.
But those are the only real characters that we met in the town that had lines. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
'Cause I'm gonna be mad if it's the coach.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, blood, no. I mean, like I said, at that point, that's when it's gonna come to execution for me. You better execute the shit out of that.
Yeah.
Because I'm gonna have a much better time with this kid.
Yeah.
Zoe, the sheriff, or bro. Like
coach is a reach. It feels like if it's anybody else, it's a reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So
and the fact that he mentioned Kaiser Sose, and it actually, remember, he's always right.
Mm-hmm.
He's been right this whole time. And if it is the father-in-law, he's been telling us it was him the whole time. Like, I have a benefactor. No, I really don't. I'm actually the one building all the technology. I got the town on lock. I got all these niggas with guns.
But technically, though.
And he is the one who shot the aliens that's looking for the Manhunter. His niggas is the ones that shot those aliens. Those aliens is there specifically to find the Manhunter. He got a device to locate aliens and he immediately killed these niggas.
But you know, technically, Hal is never accused, bruh, of being
not the manhunter,
right? No, of
just the benefactor.
He hasn't. So, I hear what you're saying. Hal has been right, but Hal hasn't. He doesn't have a guess about him yet. He more so
he said it.
He did say it though.
I thought
he said it at the rant.
Because to me, okay, because
he was like, I think you're the benefactor.
Okay.
He said,
okay.
That's why he said Kaiser Soze.
I forgot about that because he was asking hella.
Yeah.
To me, it was given that he was asking hella questions, but hella good questions. You know what I'm saying? That's what was given off. But he did say that.
But the Kaiser Soze thing is from another movie where everybody's talking about this Kaiser Soze guy, or whatever. But the person telling the story the most is him, the whole time.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but he got a limp or whatever. You know what I'm saying? He don't look like a real badass dude, but at the end of the day, he was faking the limp. He was faking the list. But he was the main bad guy the whole time. He was like, so are you? That's why he mentioned the name. So that was him accusing him of being the benefactor.
Okay.
But not the manhunter, the benefactor. Because the manhunter is not brought up to the end of the episode. And mind you, I fuck with this too, because the aliens told Jon Stewart not to mention it to Hal.
Mm-hmm.
I was so happy he did, bro.
Hell yeah.
I'm like, this is why he's such a real nigga.
Jon Stewart for sure. Yeah.
He's so by the book too. He like, nah, I report to you.
Yep.
Because Hal's like, did you tell the Guardians? He was like, bro, I'll report to you.
Yep.
He was like, and actually, I'm gonna keep it 100. They told me not to tell you.
Yeah.
So
I did fuck with that. I fucked with that.
I'm
too.
like, they never do that
in
shows. It's always the complete opposite, where that's gonna put a bigger wedge between them. You know what I'm saying? Or cause problems later on down the line where he got straight to it. Like, you know what? What's up with this manhunter?
But you know why? And now talking about it, breaking it down, why it doesn't make sense, because he was so fucking infatuated with him as a kid. Like, that's his goddamn hero. If his pops
clearly,
you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So it's like
he just a little disappointed, obviously.
Yeah, obviously.
Having to work with him,
but
yeah,
he's still hella
respect him
and super loyal to the to him. You could tell, but like not trying to give off like he trusts or anything. But you could tell he like fuck with him. You know what I'm saying? And that's his assignment. You know what I'm saying? And he coming from where he comes from, as far as being in the military and shit like that, you could just tell like that's part of his character.
The discipline.
Yeah, super disciplined.
And even when he was when Hal Jordan was interrogating the alien and they behind the glass, and she is like, how you trust him? He was like, yeah. Like, you know what I'm saying? He obviously I might not like him as I thought I did, but he's like, I forgot what the word he used, and she was like, nah, he just lonely because he ain't got nobody. He was like, I guess, but at the end of the day, she tried to see if he wasn't fucking with it or wasn't really fucking with it. He like, no, I actually do. You know what I'm saying? So even behind closed doors where he's not even listening, he's loyal. You know what I'm saying?
And even when he was talking with what's her name, Val, you said?
Zoe.
The wife?
Yeah.
Even
Zoe.
when he was, because you're talking about the conversation when he had with the sheriff in the
interrogation room.
Yeah,
but
so
he
even the conversation, it was Zoe too.
Shop, yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like even
she was like, if you got to question it, then maybe
it's not. But it was giving off that John was building up to not trust him and not fuck with him. But then, like you said, it was cool that he still was like, nah, fuck that.
And why she putting that bug in his ear too?
Right.
Not to see. That's what I'm saying. It's too many. This is why I'm really loving the show, because this is gonna. I won't say it's gonna make or break for me, but I'm gonna be, since the writing's been so good. I cannot wait for the reveal, because I know they're gonna turn up. I'm like, bro, they got everybody guessing, bro. But if we can, let's lock in. We gonna lock in for the benefactor, and we gonna lock in for the manhunter. Jose, who you got?
Okay.
Got to pick one of
each. You got to explain one more time, real quick. What's the benefactor?
The benefactor is the one that's supposed to be supplying the technology to the father-in-law. Yeah. And the manhunter is the one that the aliens are looking for. That's supposed to be a crazy threat
that could take form and shit like
anything,
that.
Yeah.
And is the benefactor is the benefactor just supposed to be a smart human?
We don't know.
I mean, that's what is.
No, we don't know who the benefactor is. It could be an alien too,
okay.
Or like you said, it could be all in one person. So you can lock in you can pick one for both, or you can pick two choices.
I like the son, man. I like that son idea. I was thinking the sheriff, for one of them shits for For the one that not the technology one, the Manhunter. Okay. I was thinking the sheriff for the Manhunter, but I like I like that son idea. I like that son angle. You know what I'm saying? Especially if it's done properly. I'm leaning. I'll probably say either the sheriff or the son. But now you got me leaning towards the son right now.
Okay, you think it's all just one person versus it being two people?
I don't know. I'm still kind of like about the benefactor, because the benefactor doesn't take form of. Does the benefactor?
We don't know anything about the benefactor.
That's why it's hard for me to guess it.
All we know is that the benefactor is supposed to be the one that's supplying the technology.
Because the benefactor could very well be like a random.
Too.
No, but I'm saying that or
Lex Luthor, like I said,
or somebody that we haven't seen yet.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. It's very possible.
Yeah, I can't. It's hard for me to guess. I'm not. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm. But I got you.
Yeah, but based off of what I'm understanding of what you said, just I could say for the Manhunter part, I'm thinking the sheriff or the son. But for some reason, it feels like the benefactor thing is gonna end up being somebody we ain't seen yet, or a being we haven't seen yet, or something like that. So I'll be my guess. Somebody we haven't seen yet, I think.
All right, Stacks.
I think the benefactor is the Manhunter.
Okay.
Because the stuff what makes me feel that way is the way everybody's acting in the town. Also, the way that they have technology to detect other aliens. And the reason why they're so pushy is trying to get Hal out of there, knowing the Green Lantern Corps are either trying to round up the Manhunt. They obviously was trying to take him to prison or wherever to do whatever with him. So obviously they're technically enemies, whatever the case may be. So I have a feeling that's another reason why they're on such like nobody's really because outside that town, everybody's fucking with Hal Jordan. Everybody. He's like the biggest celebrity in the world. Everybody, can I get an autograph? Oh, man, thank you. Everybody's hella cool with him. But then you get to this town.
Ain't nobody fanboying.
Ain't nobody fucking with you. Not one person. Nobody gives a fuck you're the Green Lantern. But why? That right there was sticking out to me, and maybe why I'm thinking the Manhunter is running that town. I think that's who the benefactor is.
Who do you think it is, though?
Okay. I truthfully, if I had to guess, it's either the guy that runs the ranch or somebody we haven't seen yet. Me personally, that's
if you had to lock in one answer, so we'll come back to it later and see how close we was.
Okay, so I'm going between the guy that runs the compound and his wife. And like I said, I'm kind of looking at it from all different aspects. Like you said, when they did that lingering shot of her when they was at the hotel, I'm thinking they might have did that on purpose to be like, oh, let's make it obvious so that they throw us off. Because how I'm looking at it is I'm kind of viewing it from like his and hers. Remember, I came in and was like, oh, it's the mom. The way she keep popping up at shit, I'm like, it's the mom.
The grandma.
I'm like, it's the grandma. I'm like, it gotta be. Because I'm like,
even she was less obvious than Zoe. Was her name? Like Zoe was almost like,
but I feel like,
what are you doing here, bitch? Like,
but I feel like they're doing that on purpose to kind of make it like, no, it can't be her because she's too there. But it's how she is. She's so nonchalant.
Yeah.
And she's like obviously asphyxiated to Jon Stewart. Yeah. Because if Sinestro knows about him, that means other shit in the galaxy knows about it.
Yeah, and then you know what too?
You see what I'm saying? So that's why I'm like,
are you locking in Zoe?
Well, you said two?
No,
just
no,
one.
Only two if they're separate.
No.
He thinks they're the same person.
Yeah,
I think the benefactor and the Manhunter are one.
Okay, so you locking in Zoe?
If I really had to like put a bet in on it, I think it is Zoe.
Okay.
It's just weird. Before you say yours, it's just as you was talking, it made me think a little bit more as far as like the sheriff. Like it's funny that we noticed that the sheriff is almost reading his mind. But it's almost like she's just kind of like peeping that he's peeping the truth. that she already knows 100% of.
She was like,
you know what I'm saying?
She like, now you caught up to me.
Yeah, but it's like she making it seem like you caught up to me like she's barely there. You know what I'm saying? It's giving off like you caught up to me as if that's the information she picked up doing her investigation.
That's as far as she got.
Yeah, but then really she knows the whole shit and just kind of meeting him where he's at and maybe peeping that he's peeping certain shit and maybe eyeballing the dude in the short sleeve shirt and she kind of going over there and being like, yeah, I see you looking at him too. I just peeped too type shit, even though she know what time it is type shit.
And the only thing that's giving her grace is that when she did say you all caught up to me, and the only next step is to go talk to the father-in-law. And she is like, let me do the talking. Let me do this. I know how to do this. And what does he do? He can't not do it. So he ends up fucking up. From her perspective, she even say, she is like, the dude at the gate was like, is he talking for you? She was like, well, as of right now, he's just talking. Yeah. It's already up now because I'm not gonna be able to do my investigation, or I got you here with me as a witness, so I can probably say some shit or possibly step out of line or get him to be uncomfortable by saying something, but you keep cutting me off. So it does seem like in that particular moment she's trying to find out more information, even though she's bringing him along. I don't think she knew that he was going to interrupt her every single time, because she was like, nod your head if you understand. Like, if I'm gonna bring you with me, because it's only one way we can go. The only other person we can talk to is bruh.
Right.
So let me do the talking though, because I know how to do it by the book. Versus you being all gung ho, you the Green Lantern. It's not, obviously, if you haven't noticed, don't nobody really give a fuck. He only fucking with your ego, telling you he a fan, so you can get the fuck out of here.
Bro, you know what though? So Zoe is based off of how they present Zoe, that makes it too obvious. But I think we think that the sheriff is too obvious because she's a main character. And I haven't seen anything that gives off that she could be. You know what I'm saying? But I think that we're almost like, I feel like personally.
That's why it's obvious though.
No, like. But yes, but I feel like we're almost, I'm trying to decipher, are we just good at what we do type shit, right?
You have to find out.
No, because Zoe is overly obvious to the point to where it seems like they're trying to sway us a different way. And the only reason why the sheriff is obvious is because she's a main character to me, because I haven't seen her like do anything weird, do anything strange. You know what I'm saying? That kind of gives off like she hasn't come off as mysterious as Zoe so far to me.
Because Zoe is very subtle, because she's having basic conversations, but she will bring up, oh, so you the next one,
and the way she be looking,
yeah. So but the
sheriff not looking like that.
Not only that, if you peep her husband's interactions with Jon Stewart compared to Hal Jordan, because like when they was getting ready to leave, he was like, "It's crazy coming to another man's house having a piece of his pie, right?"
Or he's like eating off his grill,
eating off another man's grill, and he kind of just was like, "Okay." But realistically, with how much power bruh got, he would be set tripping.
Yeah.
There's a reason why he wasn't really tweaking out like that.
But you can also get swayed a different way, because based off of what Zoe said at the coffee shop, as far as like we together, I'm here with him and I love him. I go pretty much, it sound like they together, I go do my thing type shit, right? And it almost seemed like he almost kind of be like this sometimes.
Hit that like
there's so many different ways you could go about it. You know what I'm saying?
But I feel like that all factors in back to my point, is like she has so much leeway because, like he said, they can take the form of anybody. Manhunter could have took the form as her, seduced the dude, seeing how he might have the most power or whatever, or how influential he was. But that's why he also gives her so much freedom, because of who or what she is.
But I think that's the part where I'm saying, like, that makes it, like, 100% extremely too obvious, right? That's why I'm just saying, like, she comes off way too obvious, and the sheriff, to me, doesn't. Like, the way that they've write her so far, it doesn't make it like that. Like, if you were just innocently watching it without us being just real squad type shit, and you was watching it, the sheriff is going about it in like a quirky way. She's smart. She's on top of it. She's doing her job type shit. That's how it's coming off. Like if you look at it,
I don't
if you look
get
at it from the
quirky
surface
from
level,
her, though.
no, because she has had the moments where it's like a little funny, like she does a little shit
Well,
like that. Like I've seen that.
Well, once
her being ahead of the game, head of house.
Once she
shit.
said she was from Gotham, you because how like I said, how that translates to me, that's like us being from the city.
Uh-huh.
How hustle and bustle it is, and then we go to the country. We're gonna pick up on a lot more shit than what those country people are, because we come from this. Gotham is a whole different damn fucking ecosystem.
So are you saying that in regards to her, and you talking about her like picking up more shit? Do you mean as a sheriff?
I just feel like,
or just her being.
I just feel like in general, I don't see her as being quirky. I just see her flying under the radar on purpose.
I mean, she's not overly quirky. It's just she has the moments where she matches Hal's quirk.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
For sure,
like she'll match him. Like
she's fun.
Yeah, she has some
fun.
like
yeah,
them
she's
moments.
Not, yeah.
And
that's
it's more. It comes off more innocent on surface levels. What I'm saying, like I think we thinking that because it's like we trying to cover all bases.
See, me, I don't.
She's not giving anything to me. That comes
you
off
finally
like
play
that.
nice, and the first thing you gonna ask me is where I'm from. You know what I'm saying? Like. She does.
I don't. My thing is, I don't think it's being innocent. I think she's keeping up with him to show, like, hey, I'm not game goofy. Like she's trying to blend. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm glad you think I'm dumb, but I really want you to know I'm not.
But even her in having that mindset of her trying to prove herself to that, like not being game goofy, that is a very human like type deal. Like even that right there, everything you named doesn't give off that she could possibly be that. Like everything you're saying, surface level sounds like somebody that's, you know what I'm saying? And then like the way we describe Zoe seems like somebody that's this way, you know what I'm saying? Just off surface level.
Liking my answer?
But no, it's just crazy to think about. It's just crazy to think about.
Like my name real quick. I was gonna use this for clips, but I don't even know at this point because this has been so long winded. I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna lock in the son, the sheriff's son. And I'm going to the lawyer and the sheriff's son, because remember they're married. Mm-hmm. They had the little boy. So I'm lock it.
I got you. You mean their son?
Yeah.
Got you. Okay.
Quarterback.
So I'm a lock in the son, and I'm going to go out on a limb and say that the manhunter is the benefactor. It's all the same person as well. I'm leaning more towards that only because of what we learned about them being OD with technology, and it'd be a little bit throwing Lex Luthor in here. It could work, but I feel like that might be a little bit harder for me to fuck with because this show has been so much more serious than everything that Lex has been in.
How many episodes is supposed
8,
to be?
I think.
See, but we're still only a quarter in.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? So I think that's the hard part too, because even the next 2 episodes we could get introduced to more people or more possibilities and stuff like that.
It's just right now.
Yeah.
So we'll come back around to it either once they reveal it or we'll go next week. We'll go since this show is so fun. We'll go week by week. We'll talk about it.
What day does it come on?
Sundays. Every Sunday. It's getting late, but I did want to ask one question. Real quick. It's only been 2 episodes. Y'all want to give it a quick rating before I get to this question?
Sure. So far, I give it. I'm having fun with it. I give it the real deal. I give it an 8.
Yeah, I'm there with you. I got the real deal 8. It's still building.
Yeah,
it's still building.
But so far from these first 2 episodes, I feel like they haven't. I feel like nothing was left out. I feel like the cliffhangers they have left us on reminds me of Night of the Seven Kingdoms, where it was just enough to where I'm like, ooh, like they didn't overly do it and
you know what,
make you mad. So I mean, I'm fucking with it.
With that, even with those points right there, I think I'll raise it. I'll probably get like an 8, like an 8.5. I'll go 8.5.
I'm gonna go real deal 9.
Yeah, I'm gonna go 8.5.
It's hitting. It's really hitting for me.
Yeah.
It's really hitting. So I'm going to go 9. Only reason I'm not going to 10 because there's some questions that I'm going to need answered.
Mm-hmm.
That's
and I would
that's
really
that's
like to explore. But only as of right now, I kind of want to explore the father-son aspect of Jon Stewart. That is a little bit more mysterious to me so far as like, what is that?
It feels like we should. I feel like we will get that.
Maybe.
Because if you think about it, they started so far behind 86, I believe, right?
Yeah.
And then they was able to jump to 2016 before they ended that. I feel like there's a world where they go back, where they'll jump back to even 96. You know what I'm saying? Just to kind of just to see. You know what I'm saying? And to kind of give us more background. I could see them doing that. And if they do,
so
we
far,
really would appreciate that. It would be nice.
They talked to Pops. We saw Pops once, and he talked to him on the phone, so we know that he's in constant communication.
He's still alive and everything.
Yeah. All right, real quick question segment. And if y'all got a question after this one, you can get in real quick. But I just want to know, what are your top 3 or top 5 A24 movies? If you only got 3, that's cool. But I got 5 for sure. I'll go first, and I think I will do this in order. And I'll have 2 honorable mentions, but I have 5. So in order from, I'm gonna lead up to my number 1. So I got Talk to Me for number 5. I have Pearl at number 4. I have The Witch at number 3. I have Ex Machina at number 4, and Hereditary at number 1. And my honorable mentions will be Midsummer and Lamb.
You just messed it up for me, because that's not how you pronounce it. Goddamn.
What?
Chanel helped me pronounce the name of that movie properly, and you just said it the other way that I was thinking.
Well, go for it. Go for it. What's your top 3?
It's supposed to be like Midsommar or something like that. She pronounced it differently the way she said it. I was like, Midsummer. She's like, nah, it's not mid. It's like Midsommar or something like that.
I've never heard it pronounced that way.
Yeah.
I've heard people talk about it, but I never heard them pronounce it.
See, because that's on my list now. How you fucked it up for me.
Why? Everybody knows it is Midsummer.
No, because I had it pronounced properly, and I was proud to say it properly. And then when you said Midsummer, I was like, fuck.
But what if Midsummer is the way you pronounce it?
Then they would have spelled it that way, asshole.
Have you ever heard of Midsummer? That's an actual word.
This word, Midsommar.
When you get a chance.
Hold on.
It's not a made up word.
I know it's not a made up word. I'm talking about
but I never heard it pronounced.
The way it's pronounced.
Well, real quick, to give you a list real quick, if you can, for clips.
Midsummer. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Go ahead.
Mine, I put 3 in no order.
Okay.
But mine's is Disaster Artist, Spring Breakers, and Midsummer, whatever. Midsummer.
It's Midsummer, man. I like that though. I forgot about Disaster Artist. That's a great one.
Yeah.
Spring Breakers, I forgot about too. Stacks, what you got?
So I'm gonna go, only because the movie was fucking wild, I'm gonna go Tusk. Shit was fucking crazy.
I don't know if y'all can hear that, but somebody's going crazy outside. But go ahead, you got all right.
Tusk.
Come on, man. You supposed to be ready for this, man.
It's been a long day. All right. I'm going to go Tusk. I had a good time with Heretic. And then I'm going to go Earth Mama. I'm kind of biased with Earth Mama because my cousin's in it, but it was a good movie.
Understandable. Got to be.
All right, for sure. Y'all got any more questions before we get up out of here?
I mean, I got some questions.
Damn. Okay, wait, that actually was mine. Yeah, I got some too. We'll go. Is it anything quick? Because I saw some funny ones, bro. I'm like, this would be fun, but
yeah, mine's
we mad busy tonight. It's already 11:52.
Mine might not be quick. One of them might. One of them might be.
Shoot one.
But I feel like the other ones we're gonna sit here and go down the whole rabbit hole.
I'm ready.
But they're funny though.
All right, do the one that you think is gonna be short.
Go with your heart, man. Go with the best one.
$10 billion
You said 10 billion?
10 billion. And now you'll understand why the number is so. Okay, I'm gonna say the question, and then I'll.
Some bullshit. It's gonna be some bullshit.
It's not. It's not bullshit. It's really
I'm
not.
Gonna tell you right now.
It's not.
I already got my answer locked in.
So I'm telling you right. So you might would.
Go.
I know your answer is not locked in. I guarantee. I bet you 25 push-ups. Your answer is not locked in.
Go for it.
You just hearing the big number because the number has to be life-changing. Like it has to be something crazy because the flip side of the coin is life-changing and crazy.
Okay.
$10 billion or 2 superpowers of your choice.
Oh.
Your answer still locked in, motherfucker? Your answer still locked in? Yeah, what? Huh?
He's not locked in.
Yeah, he's not locked in. He's not that guy.
$10 billion or 2 superheroes.
That's why the number had to be so big because remember, they're both like
his favorite superhero doesn't have powers. He's rich.
That's not a superpower.
No, but I'm saying based off of his preferences.
Batman say what Flash say? What is it? What even is your superpower? I'm rich.
That's not a superpower.
No, but that's the reason why he would take the money. Is what I'm saying. That's you see what I'm saying?
This motherfucker is evil. He's taking 2 superpowers. He gonna get the 10 billion. He don't even at that point. He don't even care about the 10 billion.
It's funny because I had this conversation with Fresh as far as because he said he mentioned like 3 billion or something, right? And I forgot what the question was, but the amount of money you would have is 3 billion, right? It was one of those questions like, would you rather get a penny a day or no, I forget what it was, something like that, or $3 billion? And I'm like, Fresh, nobody ever really sits down to like really comprehend how much 1 billion is. Nobody, and then within 4 or 5 lifetimes, will be able to spend that money if they try to spend it every day. And you said 3 of them. Just give me the 3 billion and fuck having to wait any amount of time. Because for $1 billion, because
we looked it up, remember?
I know for 1 billion it's ridiculous.
Well, Fresh catted with that question because you're not supposed to use billions. You're supposed to use like $1 million or a penny.
That's what I was trying to explain. So I literally had to explain that to him. I'm like, bruh, you did the question wrong because $1 billion is so much money, bruh. Like, your kids is not going to be able to spend that. Like, you're going to be dust, and that money is still going to be going crazy. You know what I'm saying? So I'm like, unless one of the superpowers have to be immortality, like, you damn near, because at the end of the day, you're using the powers to do what?
Get rich.
You know what I'm saying? I'm not particularly about to go around here trying to save lives.
Yeah, I mean, because what would you use the powers for? Like you make
everybody is going to get money. There's not one person that's not going to get money with the powers they get.
And I mean, what else can you do? Get money, do evil, or save lives?
Depending on your powers, you're not even going to need money. I'm just going to take whatever the fuck I want.
I'm going to go ahead and go $10 billion.
So you would get powers just to become a crook?
I mean, if that's what you want to say it.
No, but I'm saying, though, you can either get money, save lives, or wreak havoc. That's like,
but you're not. You know how long it's gonna take you to steal $10 billion?
Yeah, and then the powers are gonna get old after a while because you're gonna use your powers to fuck around with.
Hold on.
One of the powers is going to have to be immortality.
It has to
because if you don't, you're playing.
Money can't buy that.
You're playing.
You know what I'm saying?
You're playing right now. If that's not one of the powers you're picking, you better pick that one.
Yeah.
And let the other one be something amazing too, because.
Okay, if that's the case, you can just pick immortality and manifestation. You can manifest whatever the fuck you want. I can manifest $10 billion.
That's fine. Oh, I mean,
you can manifest whatever the fuck. That's what I'm saying. Depending on the power, you're not gonna need money. Yeah. Oh, I want this. I'm gonna manifest it. I don't have to buy it. I can just make it.
But you can do that with $10 billion. So that argument is, what can you do?
Frank said 10 billion.
Yeah, I'm going 10 billion because what you can do anything at that point. You can literally do anything.
Yeah.
Everybody is set. Everybody's good. They don't gotta come ask you for shit.
So
you know what I'm saying? Everybody's good.
Who was the one that remember y'all was talking about a character earlier that lived through
Vandal Savage.
So and he became rich because he lived through that.
Yeah.
So if you have immortality, you would think at some point It might take longer, obviously, but you'll probably be rich at some point.
You better hope money is still relevant.
Exactly.
By that time, you know what I'm saying? Because 10 billion, like I said, 10 of them.
Because I can see the argument for the immortality. You know,
like I said, but at that point, you're gonna have to make because you're outliving all your loved ones. Right. So that's one thing.
Right.
Is money gonna be relevant? And then, we don't know.
So I agree. I hear everything you're saying, but I'm just thinking about the point where I'm taking the 10 billion and I'm dead within the year just for natural causes type shit. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Whereas it's kind of like, all right, you know what I mean? I could have just been living forever and just probably had like a few million type shit. You know what I'm saying? And work my way up to that too.
That's a very good counter argument.
You know, because I love that immortality thing, and I feel like what you said too is like, if you're gonna take the powers, bro, and if that's not one of them, bro, what the fuck are you doing type shit? You know what I'm saying? Like, it needs to be that. Yeah. And then some other, whatever other one you like, but that's like a necessity, bro. You know what I'm saying? If you live in Sac, bro, you need AC, bro. You know what I'm saying? You live in Vegas, you need AC, bro.
How I look at it is, the reason why I said that, I was like, it really wouldn't. You can just do what you want. It's almost like on a Hancock situation. You don't necessarily have to be a drunken bum, but you can do whatever the fuck you want to do. Like, he was just walking in the store. I just want this drink. Nobody was fucking with him. They was just like, okay, it's just Hancock. Like, it gets to the point where they be like, well, that'd be like Superman. If Superman, they know who he is, nobody's going to say something if he walks into the store, grabs a fucking Gatorade. No, nobody's going to do anything. Nobody's going to do anything. They're probably not even going to say anything because they don't want him to do nothing.
That's like I said, because you can still easily do that with $1 billion.
No, the fuck you can't.
You can have a house made out of Gatorade. Like,
Gatorade coming out of the water fountain.
Bruh, at this point, like I said, you have to be able to do.
Bro, I swear to God, I wanted that shit as a kid, bro. I wanted a water fountain with Hawaiian punch,
dedicating one room to having a water fountain that's gonna have fruit punch or Hawaiian punch for sure. And I'm gonna have a nigga come in there every week to replenish that bitch and clean it. Just cause by the time, nigga, this nigga's great grandkid is gonna be replenishing that motherfucker. Nigga, like, what you mean?
You gonna do like Richie? You gonna have a Mount Rushmore of your family?
Nigga, 3 of them, 3 different locations. Nigga, what you mean? Like, I'm going to wow the fuck out. And who's to say that money won't eventually be able to buy you some type of health benefits to make you live longer? Because you know what I'm saying, we head into the future right now. You know what I'm saying? You got that money, you're gonna be rubbing shoulders with niggas that's dealing with crazy technology, nigga. You can start your own foundation. Like, nigga, I want all you niggas. I'm hiring all the best scientists in the world. Who gonna give you $1 billion? Who gonna give you $1 billion? Who gonna give you $500 million? Y'all can work for me now. Figure out a way I can live longer in my family. You know what I'm saying? You can wow out. You can wow. They got niggas making dire wolves right now, bro. It's a nigga that just had money, hired the right scientists to be able to get this DNA from this wolf to recreate an actual dire wolf.
So
these niggas can do that right now.
I'm not
just
gonna
imagine, nigga, you can have your own woolly mammoth. You be the only nigga, and that attraction alone is gonna bring you so much money. Like, it's crazy.
So
that's why I say if you have the power of manifest, I can manifest.
But
I want to rap.
But I say there's no difference. No, like I said,
I see it. So the immortality thing
if you have superpowers manifest, I want to be no amount of money in the world is going to allow you to become a super saiyan.
But what are you going to do with it, though? What are you going to do with it?
But
if
you had immortality before you had the other shit, you have the rest of your life to just figure it out, right? So with this, you choose the money, you're rich today. The other one, it might take me a few years. You know what I'm saying? Maybe they get 1/10 of what you got. You know what I'm saying? But at the same time,
immortality doesn't mean you can't get hurt. You can get hurt. You just can't die. You can be in a wheelchair the next day. Anything can happen, and you can be piss poor. You know what I'm saying? You can lose everything. A fucking natural disaster can happen.
That's only one of. That's only Jose.
Niggas ain't Jose. Come on, let's really break it down.
Jose. You still have another superpower.
Oh my god.
Yeah. So now with Bryce saying that, I will have to like really take a deep dive and figure out what my second superpower
already told you what mine was. Bro, I can manifest whatever the fuck I want.
They ain't feeling it.
I don't know, man. That almost sounds too. Like, I almost feel like if I type that into the search bar, they'd be like, not available. That sounds too easy.
It's a superpower.
I know, but it sounds like, because I'm over here thinking about teleportation. You know what I'm saying? But the manifestation thing almost seemed like it's just too easy. Like, is that really an option type shit?
Yes.
Because if that's the case, it's kind of like, why wouldn't I? You know, but that 10 billion got me.
It would
But
basically
the
be like
immortality thing,
like old girl that got the cork in My Hero.
All right, well, what if
But it would be amplified.
What if what if I got the immortality shit and I'm invincible? Second super power.
Yeah, I mean, like I said before, you gonna outlive everybody.
Take the money.
Take the money.
I don't know why we playing. I'm absolutely
saying,
taking
man.
the money.
Niggas take the
want
money
the
and catch
power.
cancer the next day, and it's like,
Hey, but your family's set. Everything is set. Like, you know what I'm saying? You don't got no worries, bro. Everything is done.
Nigga,
Your
they
whole
set.
line, yeah.
nigga, they said, the fuck?
It can go either way. Because at the end of the day, everybody's going for the same object, which is money.
He said they
Money
said.
is at the
Okay.
end of the day is
What
money.
about me?
That's true.
Man, if that's the
Bro,
Like
case,
I
you
said,
had-
but
if
you're
you
going to
had-
have to really lock in on
if
the
you had the
powers.
powers
though.
of
Like I
Dr.
said, we already
Manhattan,
for
bro.
sure got immortality locked in.
yeah.
You got it. Like that's
Bro, just
that's,
imagine if you had the powers of Dr.
So it's almost like
Manhattan.
you got to pick one power at this point, because
or you have Franklin Richards powers.
Bro, I mean,
Bro, you can do whatever the fuck. Money is minuscule at that
Bro,
point.
I'm invincible, bro. I'm gonna go. Fuck. I could never die, and I could never be hurt, bro. Let's do it.
but that's
do it.
Vandal,
You going-
but that's
Where you going?
that's basically Vandal Savage though.
That's like walking around with shoulder
this
pads and a
man-
helmet all day. Like,
No, but
fuck it.
that's-
Jose gonna go to the UFC and get pinned and be like, I ain't tapping. But you're pinned, sir. Sir, you're pinned. I ain't tapping.
Niggas got me in a crippled
Don't hurt.
crossface. I'm just like this.
Hey, don't hurt.
They got me in a chokehold. I'm
Don't
like
hurt.
this.
John Jones over here serving Jose. Don't hurt.
So you like crepe, so I'm gonna break it.
These colors don't bleed.
Gotta figure it out after that. Just fuck-
Nah, like I said, you can
Immortal.
have all that, but still, you just you. I
gotta
mean, I'm
be-
still just me. I ain't a marksman. I can't shoot real well, and I'm not a martial artist. I just can't get hurt and the game die.
I just become a professional UFC fighter.
Nigga gonna throw it. You gonna be a professional kamikaze. Go in there with this bomb, man, and set it off. You'll be alright. You gonna lose some clothes, lose some fabric. You'll be
Yeah,
alright.
I'm not
You'll be
gonna lie.
you'll be a war hero.
I'm not gonna lie. Those sound
Oh
clean on
my
paper, but
God.
those are the ones, bro. You starting from the bottom, bro. You gotta figure it out.
Absolutely,
Figure it
absolutely.
out.
I mean, like I guess
I'm hitting this nigga up for security. You need security? That's a lot of money, bro. That's a lot of money, bro. You need security.
but you have to be good at it.
Bro, I'm invincible. Of course I'm good at it,
But you
bro.
can't jump in front of everybody. You gonna jump in front of me, but my kid done got shot.
Hey.
Like, nigga, come on.
Hey, I thought I'm your security.
Nah, nigga, nah, blood. Nah, you done made the wrong
He said,
decision.
"Fuck them kids." He done said, "Fuck them kids."
Oh my God, we over the time, man. Chat, make sure y'all comment y'all choice. Everybody done said money, man. It's majority money, but we gonna
That's
see
tough,
later
man.
on. We gonna see.
I'm not gonna lie. Of course, I think at the end of the day, I probably say money too, but I'm just trying to figure out.
If nigga walked up to me right now, 10 billion is too easy, bro. It's it's too easy. Like I said, bro, I wish I could have been there for that conversation with Fresh. We were trying to convince me. I'm like, Fresh, bro. It's a billion.
Yeah, you definitely answered that shit way wrong, bro.
Oh,
Fresh.
no. I'm like, you should have said any type of million. You could have said 100 million. I would have thought about it. But nigga,
Yeah.
2 billion, crazy.
Come
All right,
on, bro.
y'all, we gotta get up out of here. It's way too late.
Come
Thank
on.
y'all for sticking with us, though. Appreciate everybody.
Come on. You feel me? We got a few more weeks, man. Stop
Jose.
playing with it, man.
Jose, if you had the power of manifestation, you can manifest the Raiders winning the Super Bowl.
You know what's funny? I don't have to. Hey, no, Bryce, I don't have to. We will win the Super Bowl.
That don't mean they gonna win. That don't mean they gonna win.
Bro, I don't have to do all this, bro. We gonna win it within the next 3 years, bro. I got you. Next 5 years, I got you. Well, you didn't record 3, right? 5 years.